Now we're live.
We're back.
We're back
with a different camera.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties with our other cameras, so we're back on this camera now. So,
and we're going to do a live drawing right now for some
gear.
Prizes. Yeah, some gear. This is from from Paps Paranormal, and the winner is ticket.
Oh. You got to look at the backside.
Laura. Or I think it says Laura.
Is our last name?
That is Laura.
No, last name is first name.
Laura.
That's cool.
We'll call him.
You got phone numbers?
You got phone number on there.
Do we have a number?
Yep.
Ticket number.
All right. The number on the ticket is 878088.
We got a big winner? What was that number again, Joey?
That number is 878088. Your name is Laura.
She's the one that I better win that. That's her.
Looks like we're making a phone call.
All right.
Thank you very much.
She's going to get a phone call. Congratulations.
Next drawing at 3 o'clock.
Next drawing at 3 o'clock, so be present.
Well, that's in an hour.
It's better if you're present, though. Then you actually receive the prize, right? It's more personal that way. Hey guys, we are back on YouTube, Facebook. I think we are. Yeah, we are.
It says we are.
Mike the Naked's on. What's up, Mike? Super Horror Show.
No, naked.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Appreciate it. Huh?
we're using the laptop camera. So we have to get.
We got to get creative.
I need to either. Keith and I need to scoot closer together.
Oh.
So we can both fit in the camera.
Yeah, right. I'm not available, Joey. Come on now.
That's right. Keith's got big news. Get in here.
How's that?
Get in here, Lindsay.
Oh boy.
What's the big news?
Might have happened in the last week or so.
Oh, here, I need to unmute that.
You get too close to the camera.
All right. Whoops.
I'll use this.
All right.
Something might have happened in the last couple weeks or so.
That's right. We got engaged. Yay! Feel sorry for Lindsay.
And the studio audience goes wild.
All right.
Hello, Rebecca and Steve.
Hey, what's up? So thanks for joining us, guys. We're up in Globe, Arizona for the Ghost of Globe Paracon. It's been a great day. We got met a lot of cool people today. We're going to meet some more people in this next couple hours. We got some speakers. Right now, we've got Reed Olson's up. I believe it's 2 o'clock. Yes.
Yes, Reed Olson on ghost hunting.
On ghost hunting.
Tip that forward just a little bit.
Tip it forward?
Just there you go.
Like that? That's perfect. There we go.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, let's do it.
We'll squeeze her in between us. Or I'll just get out of the picture. Bring her up.
You doing lavalier or no? Because then they can.
We'll see what she says. Yeah, we'll do lavalier.
That'll work.
All right.
So yeah, it's been a beautiful day up here in Globe. Couldn't ask for better weather. Little balmy, but hey,
it's 95 degrees.
What is it really? Hey, it's like 103.
But there's a nice breeze going on. So.
Yes. Yeah. So don't forget, if you guys are a vendor here, you want to come say hi, come over, give a shout out to what you're presenting today. And if you are a speaker left in these next couple hours, please give us a little overview of what you're going to be talking about. So come on up. Hey, Candace.
Right now, she's actually the last speaker of the.
Yes.
So you're going to catch a preview right now.
Special peek. Come on, squeeze into our little space here.
We're going to give you one of these fancy things.
Okay. These fancy things?
Yeah, it's easier than this thing. This thing's been feeding back, so.
This way, you can't be shy. So I can clip it to your necklace thinger or chain.
That's perfect.
Now let me unmute it and we'll
go from there.
Talk to us.
Talk to you. What do you want to know?
Hey, we can hear you.
I can hear you good. And I can hear that car really good too.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about Globe.
Yeah.
A lot of cars.
Globe Motor Speedway right there.
So how you been?
Fine. How are you?
We're good. We're doing good. Last time we had the opportunity to talk to you was out at Culture City.
Yes. It was interesting.
It was
It
a lot
was
of
my
fun.
first Paracon. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was
And
cool.
didn't we have you on a Parapalooza?
We
Yes.
did. We
Yeah.
had you at Parapalooza
That's
too.
the first time I've been on there too. That was fun.
You gonna do it again?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Let's do it with
Yeah.
new stuff.
Boy.
Gotta wait for the cars to go by. It's loud. So-
They cruise it.
So you're the big finale tonight, then, huh?
Yeah, I'm dealing with the Reiki stuff.
Nice.
So it's going to be interesting.
Always interesting.
Is that in the way? That is kind of in the way, huh?
Isn't it?
we
Yeah.
deserve it.
All right.
Oh, it sort of makes me look official, like I'm talking into it.
Well, you got the professional one on now,
Oh,
so you're
thank you.
you're more professional than we are.
Yes, so I will be doing the Reiki part and tonight with everybody.
Cool. For those of our audience that don't know what Reiki is, you want to talk a little bit about it? Or?
Reiki is a alternative energy flow. What do you want to call it?
Like a healing?
A healing, yes, for self healing. I would say.
Okay.
More of a alternative medicine for people.
So it's something you would perform on somebody then, right? It's a
They can perform on themselves as well,
Okay.
not just another person performing on. They can perform helping you, and then
Okay.
you can learn how to perform for yourself.
okay.
So it's learning how to balance your energy and be able to detect certain things that might be going on with you as well.
Right.
Sorry, am I was
No, you're
close?
good.
I muted this because
Okay.
I can
and you
hear
sound better when I'm muted. I sound better.
I sound better when I'm muted.
No, you sound better when you're unmuted. But hey, that's beside the point.
So yeah.
So very cool. So you do this out of a shop or anything, or
I do it actually from my home
Okay.
right now at the time being. So I'm looking to try to have a little shop, and but in my backyard,
What better place?
almost like a little small office, like
Yeah.
a tiny home.
That works.
So
Well, people do
Um,
massage out of their own home and stuff like that.
right.
So you can absolutely.
so I figured I'd try to venture that way.
that would be cool.
So yeah, so I do it at my house right now. I have a few clients that I do. I get new clients periodically. I help do Reiki to them, and then I also help teach them and understand what might be going on for them personally and what's happening, so they can help themselves.
Right.
So
Do you teach is like meditation part of that? Is
I try to, yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I tend to not try to get too far much into teaching. I'm like in the middle way because I'm not a full master.
okay.
So a master pretty much does a lot of the full Reiki teaching for them to be able to go ahead and maybe help other people as well to move forward. I tend to stay more into doing the practicing part of it and actually helping them personally one-on-one.
Right.
But I also sort of help them, give them advice of other situations that might help them
Okay.
with it.
Because since we've been involved with the paranormal, you hear a lot of people say you really need to learn how to meditate and quiet your mind.
Yes.
And for somebody like me, that's difficult because my brain's always going. I can never shut my brain down. So if I were to learn meditation, what would be the best way to learn it? What would be?
I usually tell people when people start to do any type of meditation to sort of stay, be in a calmer environment, or even being in an environment with calming music. And during the process, when they're doing that, to focus on something, like it doesn't have to be like the white light or whatever, maybe color or something specific for you to be able to sort of shut down your mind. And a lot of people have a tendency, they say they can't see the white light because some people try to say to look for the white light, focus on the light when you're relaxing, right? I usually tell them the first color that comes to mind to go ahead and focus on that, because you're not going to get it in the first try. It never happens that way. When you
Right.
start learning the meditation, when you start, it's a learning process until you get there anyway. So yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, it's like calming your mind.
So what's an average? Oh, I got
Mute myself. There you go. So what's an average session? How long does it usually take?
That all varies with me as far as it can go from anywhere from, I'm always there's never been a session less than 45 minutes. I usually, it can go from 45 to an hour, but it all depends on who's coming in, the person themselves.
Right.
Because I've been able to have people come in and they fall asleep within about a minute. And they're out snoring. There's people that can't even fall asleep, but they're relaxed enough to where I can in tune with them and help and feel their energy and stuff to find out what's going on with them. So it all varies.
Okay.
So
Is like hypnosis ever a part of that? I mean, no.
I don't know anything about that, and I don't want to know anything about that.
I don't blame you, actually.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
There's,
Well,
not to say there's been things happen when we have our the sessions, because there's times that we get so in tune. I might see colors that they're seeing. I might see them somewhere like they're feeling they're flying somewhere or something. There's been incidents that's happened.
right.
But it's always a different experience. And when my clients do come in, and they might come in another time, it could be different.
Okay.
It's never the same.
So tell our audience a little bit about your group and how you guys started and what you guys do.
Okay, we're SPIA of AZ. So we started the group, my team, for about a year and a half ago. I've been doing this for paranormal for about 6 years. That got me involved because ever since I was a kid, it was weird anyway. Since I was about 3, I've been seeing ghosts, and I've always had interest in the paranormal, the unknown, and such. So, and then my team came a year and a half ago, probably close to 2 years together, because I've had the opportunity with other teams to get involved with Globe in general, and to help deal with the jail, do the tours and whatnot. So, but that team ended up dispersing. So I had the opportunity to go ahead and get started doing a tour. So, and I met some other people along the way that are interested in the paranormal field.
Cool.
So we ended up getting together and we started our team.
That's usually how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You meet like-minded people, and next thing you know, you got a group. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and so we've been doing pretty well. We do the tours every second Friday of the month here, and we also go and investigate other places besides here and Globe. We go to Phoenix. We're in Tucson. We're in Flagstaff. I am very I love older buildings.
Right.
I'm
right.
attracted to older buildings, I would say.
Is it the history or just the vibe?
It's all of it.
Yeah.
It is all of it, because I've been this way since I was a kid, by the way. I've always gone into old abandoned buildings and stuff. It was almost like I get drawn to them. So I go in and I feel the vibrations and what they're wanting to say.
Right.
So I listen to them. And so my team goes out there, and that's what we do. We go into the older buildings. We let the buildings talk to us. We don't go in forcing anything. We don't go in. We go in with respect, and we listen to what they have to say, the different energies, I would say, because the way I see energies might be different to other people, because I see layers and pockets on how I feel them when I go into the buildings.
Okay.
So that's why my Reiki sort of comes into play between the two, is because I feel the energies off of the living, but I also feel the energies off everything else around.
Right.
So that sort of made me intrigued more to go and research with the paranormal, is studying more on the energies. So I use thermals. I use my hands when I'm going around. We use various things, even SLS cameras and stuff, just like all the teams do.
Right.
So to try to understand both energies. So
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Well, you have a website or anything, or any social media?
We are on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. I'm not good with Twitter, guys. I'm still learning it. We have YouTube. We've got a few of them up there. We still got more to come. And what else am I on? Instagram. Yeah, we don't use Instagram much, but I'm trying to get there. Mainly Facebook is a lot where you can contact me. So,
Everybody's jumping on the TikTok wagon, huh?
I'm trying to learn it.
Yeah, right.
My
funny.
cousin wrote the book. That's
Oh,
TikTok for Dummies. I'm serious, but
That's cool. That's cool that something like that came out
Yeah.
because it's not easy to use. I don't think.
no, it's not. I'm still learning. It's like, I mean, it's simple. It looks simple, but it's really not.
Right. That's crazy.
But I'm like in that age bracket. I'm still trying to learn.
I think we put 2 videos on TikTok and we're stopped there.
it was here that we did it.
Here we did it.
Yeah. But when we have my brother on with this, we'll have to ask him. He's upwards to 40,000
Holy
subscribers
cow.
Oh
on
my
his.
goodness.
So
Well, I
He's
just
done
figured
well.
I'd give it a shot just to see because I'm trying to get a lot closer to the younger generation because I feel that the historical buildings and stuff and the different ways of teaching the kids nowadays, it's just teaching them about how important the buildings are. And so my goal is out there to get it across, maybe in a different way, not like the days where we used to go in and do these tours. You just walk through all the time and stuff. I think a lot of the paranormal, the interest of the tours, and brings that younger generation in so they can listen and understand how important some of these buildings are, especially to the smaller towns.
Well, especially if they can make a connection. If
Yeah.
they can make a physical connection or even a spiritual connection to
Right.
the buildings, it would be more meaningful to them, I think.
Exactly.
I'm starting to jumble my words. So
that's a,
But yeah, sorry.
no, it's not your problem or your fault.
It's our mics for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, maybe if I kind of lean back and look like I'm really comfy, it might not be too bad.
Need some aluminum foil to hold up too. Make some rabbit ears. So that's cool. So
It's the smart water I'm drinking.
it is. It really is. So you go on at 5 o'clock. No, not 5 o'clock. 4:15 to 5 o'clock. You
Yes.
end at 5 o'clock.
4:15. I'll be
4:15,
talking
5 o'clock.
about. Talking about the Reiki, and I'll be talking about sort of what I just talked about with the paranormal situation and how I cross them together and stuff.
So, and this is your team?
Well, that's my husband and one of my team
No,
members.
so that's a team.
Well, she was rattling off all your
Yeah.
social media, so you better
No.
make. If she's not part of your team, she better be part of your team.
So what are your favorite colors there? Your team members.
Oh, when our
I
favorite
mean,
colors
of these
as far as
things
that-
here.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
You got some
They don't care.
neons. You got some.
See, you don't have purple, so I don't get it. Doesn't there? Is there?
That's kind of purple. I
Oh,
mean, yeah.
there's your purple. How's that?
You got blues.
What
you got
about your husband?
oranges.
What color do you want?
Be a good old red.
You go red.
Oh, red.
Now there needs to be a beer in it. Where's the
I
beer to
know,
go with
that's-
it?
Yeah, I know. I'm,
Okay.
You're supposed to hand out beers. While you're here, right?
somebody
That
was going to make a
works.
beer run. I don't know who, but so we are exactly what it says. We're a podcast. We talk about different types of beers, local, some not local, and after the end part, we talk about whatever we want. After that, paranormal, music.
You should watch them because I post them on my They got various different podcasts.
We do.
So,
we do.
yes.
We kind of
Different. That's
try
what
to
I like.
round it. Yeah, it's different for sure. We got some people on YouTube right now and Facebook. Thanks for joining us, guys. We are at Globe, Arizona for the Ghost of Globe Paracon. Talking with Candace Norton right now. She's going to go on it. I keep forgetting your time. Why do I keep forgetting 4:15? Jesus. Fire me, will you?
Let's see. Okay, here we go.
That's okay. You can keep reminding me. That just makes me even more nervous.
what that you're coming up soon?
Yeah,
You'll do fine.
I am still
We
trying to
have
get the
faith
hang
in
of
you.
these guys. Okay.
Hey, you have one in the bag. This is your second one, so
Yeah. And why do I get hit with these big ones at the first? Because Vulture City was the first one.
right.
That was the first. That was like big. I'm like, so now I'm having to go in there and do this as a second one. So I mean,
Well, you have a great
One of
audience,
these-
so
Yeah.
it's going to be a
one
lot
of
of fun.
these days I'll be okay. I'll be like in my comfort zone.
I have a feeling you're going to be fine today.
You think so?
I think so.
I hope so.
So,
Fine, I'm here now.
see, there you go.
Thank you.
There you go. You got your moral support. That's all you need. So go check them out. Go check out their social media sites, and go check out Candace at 4:15.
Yes.
And
please
again-
do.
Speaking about Reiki,
The name again.
Spirit of AZ, right?
It's SBI of AZ.
SBI.
Spiritual Paranormal Investigators of Arizona. And my Reiki's called Nash.
NASH.
NASH. New Age Spiritual Healing.
Okay,
Give me
there
a
you go.
second. It's a tongue twister.
I love acronyms,
Yeah, we're full of them.
especially trying to figure them out.
Yeah, what in the hell is TTABA?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's what it is.
And SUDS.
That's
And
that.
suds,
Yep.
So,
So,
well, cool. Well, thanks for talking
Yeah.
with
well,
us.
thank you.
It was good seeing you again.
Yes, you guys too.
Thank you.
Hope to see
Appreciate
you
it.
guys again soon.
Yep.
Thank
We
you.
got it. We got to have you on one of our paranormal talks
Oh, definitely.
eventually.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Once we get around to doing it again.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't have it enough for you guys to do on, right?
Right? Well, cool.
Here, I'll mute that. Now it should be safe. You're going to be taking it with you.
I'm thinking we should use lavaliers. There's no feedback on them.
Yeah, there you go, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. So go see Candace at 4:15, talking about Reiki. It'll be a good topic to hear, especially if you guys are looking for some self-healing. No, we need to. You want to grab somebody?
Yeah.
All right, so trying to read some of these comments here on YouTube. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Sorry, we still have a glare on the
Yeah,
screen,
that
so it's
glare's
hard to
terrible.
see.
But I can see Mike the Naked Bigfoot's on there,
Yep, we got Judy on there.
and he's got an awesome channel. I mean, he's putting up videos on a weekly basis almost. And they're very informative.
I was going to say
and
incredibly
interesting.
informative. Yes, very much so.
Yes, go check out Mike the Naked Bigfoot on YouTube. And Voodoo Man 3 is his Twitter handle. And I think that might be it. Put it up there, Mike. Of course, I probably won't be able to read it.
I'll be able to see it, but hey, why not? Super Horror Show's back on.
Spirit of AZ on Twitter. Is that a new one, Mike?
So Three Souls, we are in Globe, Arizona. It's 95 degrees.
A little windy,
A little windy. The wind
but
feels good.
the humidity is probably at about 8%. So it's good. Hello.
What's your name?
5% today.
No
Oh
problem.
yeah.
We'll
Much
give you a
different than
microphone here.
Texas.
Oh, 2:23:13 p.m.
Oops, I got tangled.
Don't do that.
Oh, I'm not making it any better.
And just think, you haven't drank any beer.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
that's the problem.
That's what's missing today.
I know some people.
Do you?
Uh,
You got to hook us up.
that should be good there. Let me unmute you. That one.
That one.
Hello.
Yes, he's
Does
there.
it work?
It's working.
Nice.
I can hear you good.
Excellent.
So you are with Paps.
Yeah, PAPS, Phoenix, Arizona Paranormal Society. Obviously out of Phoenix. That's who we are and that's what we do. My name is Jamie. We're a small group, maybe about 6 people, mainly investigators, 2 to 3 cameramen, depending on how big a location is that we're going to. If it's a house, a building, or if we're doing a tour. It just kind of depends. We'll go from there. If it's a small location, might have 2, maybe 3 people. But everybody on the team is from the Phoenix area, Gilbert, Cave Creek, Carefree, West Side. You got Glendale and Buckeye and Ocotillo in the Chandler area.
Oh, so you got a
we're
good
kind of all
spread.
spread out.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Very cool. How'd you guys get started?
Well, Rod, the owner, who's over here somewhere, he started the company about 22 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, him and his family had issues growing up. His daughter had issues at their house in Ohio growing up. So, not a lot of people back then, not a lot of groups to help him. So he kind of started his own group, PAPS, and by doing so, he wanted to help out families. That was the main thing, help out families with little children to help figure out what was going on. So he's been doing this for a long time. LLC, fully insured and all that stuff. So he just wanted to make sure everybody's protected.
Right.
So that's why he started up that long ago. So and then over the years, a few members come and go. I've personally been with the team since 2012, so for almost 10 years.
Okay.
So.
Wow. What got you started in paranormal?
Well, I grew up in a small town in Nebraska, and small towns, it's very dark and there's a lot of blackness around, right? So little kids, there's a lot of old empty buildings around town. You walk out in the cornfields and spooky, scary children of the corn, right? So I've always been fascinated. I think I was just born with that, in early 90s. After when I moved to Phoenix, witnessed 3 UFOs. And then I've always been interested in ghosts. So my girlfriend at the time was on the team, and it's like, I think I'm going to join this team because I love ghost stuff like that too.
Right.
So, and I also have my own paranormal podcast as well.
Okay.
So we do the paranormal podcast. It's been going on for about 4 years now. So we love talking all things paranormal, ghosts, UFOs, mediumship, life after death, life after life, all that kind of stuff.
You looking for any guests?
Really get into it. What's that?
You looking for any guests on your show?
If you need, we always are looking for guests. So if you guys want to be a guest,
We always have guests. We're not really guests on any shows. We were on Tony and Cherie's, but
I'm going to have Tony on my show probably the next month or so. I can have you guys swap numbers.
Yeah,
definitely would love to have you guys come on. Cool. So.
And you guys have a booth here today, right?
We do have a booth that's over in the corner, and we're giving away some goodies today. We got some Pabst swag, and we got 4 gift boxes that we're giving away. Each one has a K2 meter in it, laser grid, little cat toy, those things that move and turn colors if they get moved. So we got that, and some crystals and some selenite and some other little things like that. So
cool, very cool.
Just fun stuff to give the people get back.
So your podcast is under the same name?
No, it's totally different, separate from this. Cygnus X1 Paranormal Podcast. That's what it's called. So we've got only 60 or so episodes. We should be taking about a year off. But in the next couple of weeks, we're going to start
back up again. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to keep going.
When things in life happen, we've got to take time off and get resituated and stuff like that. And we're going to start getting a new lineup of guests. We've had guests like David Ullman, Todd Spitzer, who's supposed to be here today. He's not here. He's on. We've Patty Negree. Yep, she was a guest on her show, and we've had a few good people. Robert and Infinite Major, the ghost removers, who do a lot of stuff with Dave Schrader. So we get a lot of big names, but we're looking to get more this year.
Cool.
You guys.
Yeah. See,
you never know.
We'd love to come on. Absolutely. So are you guys on YouTube, or are you just?
We're everywhere. We're on YouTube, basically more on Facebook than anything else. We also have an Instagram account, but pretty much every investigation we do, whether it's a home or a tour or something like that, we do post videos. We go through all videos. We have several night vision cameras and everything else that everybody else has, right? So we go through that. Rod, the owner of the company, goes through it, edits it, spends a lot of hours editing it. He'll put everything out on Facebook, which is directly linked to our YouTube account. So it's Phoenix, Arizona Paranormal Society. You'll see everything's on Facebook, more so on Facebook than Instagram,
right?
But that'll also take you to the YouTube account. So you can watch literally every video we do. But, we don't tell who are the client or where and stuff like that. So that's very, very important. So we don't do apartments and homes and stuff like that. A lot of people get mad at us when we say, you guys want to come and do, your activity going on in our apartment. It's like, well, we don't really do it because we don't know it's situated there. It's not grounded right there in that apartment. It could be 2 buildings over and stuff like that. So we mainly just do homes, whether it doesn't matter what size it is. Maybe a townhouse we might do, but the regular apartments we don't.
Right.
Normally some old homes and some big brand new homes. And it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
It's all energy. It doesn't matter. Usually what we find out, it's not the location or the house that's haunted. It's a lot of times it's the land that's haunted. It could be the people. It could be objects. It could be a lot of different things.
When you figure all this land was something else, right?
Yeah, we've barely been here.
Exactly.
So we have no idea what's been here.
Yep. So that's the fun part.
Yeah, and that's what it's fun. There's a lot of skeptics out there, and people just don't understand the reality or the different realms that are going on all at the same time.
Yeah.
There's so many different things at work and in play here. And it's hard to explain to everything when half the time you don't really understand it all, but there's something going on.
I think over the last, we've been doing this for 3 years now, almost 4 years. we've seen this field kind of just explode, you know? I mean, it was weird because when we first started, we only knew of a handful of groups. And now as we started getting more into it, we start seeing all these different groups. And it's like, holy crap, this is bigger than we thought.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot. You know, television started all that.
Right.
You know, with Zach and Jason and all those guys and Brian Duell. Everybody wanted their own ghost group. You know, but there's a lot more involved than just getting some buddies and going to a house and sitting down in the dark. You know, you got insurance and you got to follow up with clients afterwards, and there's a lot of big stuff, a lot of big time stuff, that grown-up things that you have to take care of.
I like the way you say that.
Yeah, it's not just all fun and games.
Right, exactly.
So,
and a lot of times it's not. Stuff will not happen.
You got to have answers too. I mean, the clients want to know what's going on.
Right.
Even if you don't 100% know, you've got to kind of have an idea. Do your own research. You know, there's a lot of research out there. You know, it's 2022. You got YouTube, you got the Google machine, you got tons of different people on podcasts, right?
Right.
People just listen to some podcasts with people who are professionals and try to get some answers. But there's always somewhere you can reach out to find some kind of answer to tell a client what possibly never be factual. I don't know, but this might be the case. So, and a lot of people who are just matter of fact about this is the answer. Don't listen to anybody else. You know, that's not
right. Yeah, exactly.
You got to do the right thing and have you know, a lot of morale in this field. A lot of people don't at all. So that's
true. We've seen that too. So
yeah,
it's sad. It really is. So very cool. So people need to definitely go check your podcast out. Go ahead and plug your sites again. So you're on YouTube.
Phoenix, Arizona Paranormal Society, PATS for short. Yep. We're on Facebook and YouTube. Those are the two main ones. You can follow us on Instagram too, but that's kind of boring right now. And also my podcast, Cygnus X1 Paranormal Podcast, which is also on Facebook and YouTube.
I'll definitely check it out for sure.
Cool. All right.
Cool. Well,
I do. I'll bring some.
We'll exchange some cards for sure. Cool. Is it too late for people to get in on the raffle?
No, actually, no. That's right. We got. What time is it? What time you got?
It's 2:32.
Okay, so at 3:00 we're gonna do another raffle, and at 4 and at 5. So the last three on the top of the hour, at 3, 4, 5. If you're around, if not, we can still.
Perfect.
And you don't have to be here if we call your name or ticket number.
It's more fun if you're here.
It is a lot more fun. But
I've never won anything in a raffle, so I think I would die if I did. You know.
If you called them, they'd probably hang up on you. Say, what?
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's just more fun, more gifts for me. I guess.
Yeah, exactly, right, exactly.
That's why you got to be here in person.
Yep, it's always better that way. Well, very cool. It was cool getting to meet you, and I hope people go check you out, and we'll definitely hook up for sure.
Sure, absolutely.
Exchange some ideas.
How many members do you have over there on your team?
We got 4 that are here right now, but we usually got there's about 6 members on the team.
Well, take your pick, whatever colors you like.
All right. Awesome.
Can't go wrong with some koozies.
I just need something to put it around it, or to put in it.
There, I'm muted again. Yes, have something put in it. There you go.
That's the main.
I thought somebody was doing a beer run.
Becky? You said Becky on the beer run. Kendra? I got my, it's money.
Coming up in 15 minutes, we got Tony and Sherry Rathman.
Ooh.
Sounds of the Dead.
Ooh.
So
What's that?
who are you guys? What do you guys do?
So we have our podcast, which is the Truth Back Here, and we've done a lot with the paranormal in the last couple of years. But we work with Vinny's group. So we have our own. We kind of have our own little brand called Suds.
Nice.
But yeah, we started getting into that and doing local investigations and stuff.
Sweet. You guys out of Phoenix?
Yeah, Joey just moved to Texas. He was out of Mesa.
Oh,
I live in San Antonio Valley.
oh, nice.
So yeah.
We'll be investigating next week.
Cool.
We dealt with house last week.
I just saw Grandma came on there.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I know all these valley. My eyes closed. So
very cool.
cool guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's-
thanks. Well,
let's-
make sure you get some
let's-
cookies.
And your name was again?
Keith. This is Joey.
Papa Joe or Joey? Joey. Papa Joe. Papa Joe.
You can call him Papa Joey.
Go grab a card from
All right. And Grandma Karen popped down and said hi.
Oh, hey, Grandma Karen.
Sweet.
Very cool.
John's on. No, we didn't bring any ding beer.
He's sitting right there.
Well, why didn't you bring beer?
Do you want to come on the show? Hey, Tony and Sheree, you guys need to come over here.
Yeah, you've only got 15 minutes.
Oh, you got to get set up, huh?
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you after.
Thank you.
Sir. Appreciate it. All right. Tony and Sheree coming up in, what, 15 minutes, you said?
Yep. You're well, a little less than 15, about 13 minutes, actually.
Be sure to check out all our vendors here today. Go see what they got to offer. What do you look? Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
We owe some people koozies. that
Yes,
were up
we owe
here
a lot of
earlier.
koozies out. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Copter? Okay. All right. Yeah, come get your koozies. Yeah, there's a pink koozie.
Yeah, Haunted AZ Ghost Tours. You need to come up here and get your koozies.
Oh, the jacuzzi.
We're giving away jacuzzis. Come on back.
Yeah, we got a big jacuzzi party going on right here.
Cops crew.
Come on back.
Yeah.
I've done that like 4 times today.
I'm gonna go around the back side this time.
You can come back if you want. We can hear you.
Oh, I'm here for moral support.
That's what they all say. That's the only reason why I'm here. I got to give Joey moral support.
There, that good there?
Yeah, that should work.
Yeah, let me unmute it now.
Hello? Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
we can hear you now.
We can hear it now. Oops.
I've never done anything like this before. This is the first.
It's the first time for everything, isn't there? So nice to meet you. My name's Keith.
I'm Damien.
Nice to meet you, Damien. This is Papa Joe.
Good to meet you, sir.
So you are with Cops Crew.
Yes.
So tell us a little about your group.
So we are the Cops Crew, the Crossing Over Paranormal Society. We were founded by Jane Marie Yates. And the reason it was Cops is the original founding members were all somehow associated with law enforcement.
Okay.
How long have we been Cops been around now?
I believe they said since 2008.
Oh, okay.
And right now we're kind of in a transitional stage because are you familiar with Jane Marie?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
There we
Jane
go.
Marie, I'm sure you know they've moved back east.
All right.
So we're kind of going the Cops Nation.
Okay.
So I am now the director of the AZ chapter.
Okay.
Jane Marie have the Kentucky, Tennessee area, and Ryan, one of our lead investigators and photographers, is Illinois and Missouri.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are spread out. That's good. Very cool. So since you're here, we'll put you on the spot.
Okay.
So how did you get started in paranormal?
Well, I first started as a teenager. I used to work for this old woman that lived. This mansion was way back in the woods, and what I did for her was I took care of her. She had like 100 dogs and 100 cats, and I'd feed and clean up for them. But there were several abandoned buildings on the property, and watching all the horror films and that, being it's like, we're gonna go check these out and see what's going on. And so we're going through this building. And we discover, we'll go down into the basement, and then we discover in the basement is a sub-basement.
Okay.
And so we go through this second door into this lower basement, and it gives access to the giant water storage tanks. And we're down there, and we're just looking around, and all of a sudden, boom! Something just hits the tank. Just one of the loudest gong sounds. Of course, a bunch of 15, 16-year-olds
Screaming out of there.
screaming up the thing. That was my first experience there. And then my second experience there, I was there with my with a friend of mine, and we were upstairs of the same building.
Okay.
And this building was built in probably the mid 1800s. Very narrow, steep stairways, and we were upstairs looking around, and at the bottom of the stairs was a door. And we hear the door open, and we hear, clomp up, and they're like, "Oh shit, we're caught!"
Right.
Excuse my language.
No, you're good. We're on YouTube. It's all good.
Oh no, we're caught! And we go looking, nobody there. So that's where my initial, into the paranormal research came from. So we fast forward a long time. I'm at this point, I'm a photographer, and I was a staff photographer formerly known as Phoenix Comic-Con.
Okay.
And me being the horror guy, I was assigned to shoot Jay and Marie's panel. And so I got up and I shot their panel and posted my photos. And Jay loved my work. And he came to me and said, "Hey, would you like to join us?"
Right.
And at first I was like, because I don't want to be that, because I'm sure you spirits, I should be a paranormal investigator. I need to be with you.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be that guy.
Right.
So I was like, oh, thanks. I just would go every year and shoot Jay's panel every year. And then finally, about 2016, I finally said, okay, I'll join you guys. And so that's how I got started with Jay and Marie and we're crossing over Paranormal Society.
Very cool. That's awesome. Good story. Have you ever wanted to go back to those places?
I would love to go back to that building. I don't even know if it exists still. I would actually kill to go back and investigate there if I could.
Knowing what you know now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm surprised as kids, after you ran out, after you heard that bang, you didn't run back in to see what it was. You know?
I would have the rest of the group. They're like, no, we're leaving on. We're done with this. But I'm like, oh, come on. No, they had the car keys. I didn't have a choice.
So you guys were on a little bit earlier. Were you speaking earlier?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
So give us a little summary of what you talked about.
Well, we did a little breakdown of the paranormal investigation process, because everybody sees the shows. And then we know they see, they come in and stuff's bouncing off the walls here and there, but nobody ever sees the preparation that goes into it, and how much time is really involved, and then the time it takes to review and investigate your evidence. And the what we go into is, instead of going in and trying to prove a place is haunted, we go in with the angle, let's try and prove it's not haunted. So we don't end up with that confirmation bias where we're like, oh, this is an orb. It's dust. And so then when we do get that convincing evidence, it's that much more powerful.
Yeah. Very cool. Now, I would have liked to have heard that speech.
You can. Everything was recorded.
So. Oh, was it?
Yes.
No,
that was awesome. He's like, no. Please don't.
It was very extemporaneous.
It was just audio though, wasn't it?
Just audio.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So you're lucky. You weren't on video, but that's cool. Very cool. So I didn't know you guys were part of Jay and Marie, and that's awesome. Very cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you brought that up, then I remembered when we did interview Jay on our show that he did bring up
He did talk about
that
it.
cops thing. Is how he got started with
Right.
law enforcement
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
Very cool. Well, cool. It was good talking to you. And,
Great. I hope I wasn't too.
No, for your first day, you did great for your first time. Perfect.
Can I mention? Can I do a little a pitch?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So-
Picture, social media, whatever you want.
Well, what I'm going to pitch is October 7th, 8th, and 9th at Vulture City, south of Wickenburg, Paracon 3.
Ooh.
We will have a lot of big names out there. Of course, Jay and Marie will be there. And this is our third year, of course, Paracon 3. It's one of the very few times, if you want to actually investigate there, that you'll have the ability to investigate.
Cool.
Most of the time, there are only 2 times a year you can then, and we do an overnight, usually in the March time frame. But there'll be the whole spectrum of the paranormal. We'll have, psychics, ghost hunters, Bigfoot, UFO experts, over the whole weekend, and it's a really good time. What's the website? I think it's just Google
Vulture City Paracon. Yeah, I think that's what it comes up under. Yeah.
And we'd love to have people out. It's probably the biggest Paracon west of the Mississippi.
And it's an amazing place. It really is. I mean, it's such a cool old town, and we did it in March for the first time, and we had a booth there, and it was just to walk around was just freaking awesome. It was just really cool.
Oh yeah,
Such a
the
cool
history
place.
alone there. I mean, if it wasn't for Vulture Mine, we very well might not have Phoenix.
True.
Because Phoenix was the trading hub for the gold and stuff that was sent from Vulture Mine.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's very important to the history of the state of Arizona.
And I'm glad you guys are still doing it because it was a lot of fun. It was really
Yes,
cool.
yes.
So awesome. Very cool.
The funny thing is, I didn't realize last year was only the second one they'd done out there. So,
Yeah, COVID stopped previous
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I always thought they've been going on out
Oh,
there
for
for
years?
a while.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that they were that new.
Well, before we
but-
started doing the owner previous to the current owner,
Oh, sorry.
no, you're fine. They didn't want anybody out there.
I remember hearing. I think
yeah,
I think Jay was telling us that.
Yeah, the buildings were just falling to
Dilapidated,
pieces.
yeah.
And the current owners have really fixed it up nice. They're really doing a lot to preserve the buildings and preserve the history of the location. And that's what the Paracon really helps to preserve that
Yeah.
history. Matter of fact, we just, they're in the process right now of moving 2 new buildings from there. The ball mill and the generator building, they were up on a hilltop. The current mine was going to tear them down. And they said, no, let us
Move it into the town.
So we've moved them into the town, and they're in
very
the
cool.
process of rebuilding it. So by the next Paracon, there'll be 2 full new buildings to investigate.
That's cool. That's very cool.
So,
Yeah, we may have to come out for that one.
oh, it'll be great.
In October, eh?
October. Yeah, very cool. What about your website or any social media for you guys?
We have the copscrew.com.
Okay.
It's in a transition now because we're going from being Arizona centric to being a national thing. But we do have all of our contact information is there on this again, thecopscrew.com.
Perfect.
And oh goodness, I'm not sure. There we go. We lost
We're
something.
losing stuff. It's getting windy again. Well, cool.
Things
Well,
are flying.
appreciate you jumping on with us, and yeah, we hopefully we'll see you in October.
Oh, great. I really appreciate you having me and letting me put the word out.
Anytime. Yeah. Very cool.
Fantastic.
Well,
Thank you very
pleasure
much,
meeting
sir.
Everything's sticking to my arms.
you. It's all getting sticky now. And way to be there for moral support. That was good.
Yeah. Have a preference?
Oh, no, whatever. Oh, you know what? I like that bright orange.
And what about you?
I get one.
Well, of course.
Thank you.
Oh, that's I know this pod.
Did I guess that? You like pink? Good guess.
Fantastic. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, anytime. Any
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Yeah, it was great meeting you.
Hope to see you again.
So Cops Crew, go check them out, guys. And if you've never been out to Vulture City, it is an incredible place to visit. We had a blast last time we were out there. It was a lot of fun. Just a cool, if you like history, just a cool town for history.
Yeah.
So aside from the ghosts,
Yes, and Tony and Sheree are starting right now, or they just started
They just
couple
started.
minutes ago. So,
we'll have to hook up with them after.
yes.
Speaking of which, speaking of October, are we going to do Parapalooza this year again? Or are we doing
September? I
Are
hope.
we going to
yeah,
do it in September?
I think, was it that when we were going to do it?
I think
towards
we
the
were
end of
I think we
September.
were talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those of you on Facebook right now and YouTube, you might be on our Parapalooza page. Don't know, possibly.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim. Yeah, so we do. This would be our fourth Parapalooza or third? Be our fourth, wouldn't
Maybe
it?
the fourth one, because the
Yeah.
second one
Amy did.
Amy did,
And then we did
Yeah.
the last one.
So it'll
Okay.
be the fourth
So it'll
one.
be our fourth Parapalooza. Basically, if you don't know what Parapalooza is, we'll let you know. It's it's basically a virtual Paracon. We started it during the pandemic because all the Paracons were being canceled. So we wanted to give people the opportunity to come together
Mhm.
and share their stories and share what they do in the paranormal field. So the first one worked out really well. Second one was even better.
Yeah.
And they just keep getting better as we go along. So
We've made some really good friends from that first one.
we really
that are
have.
Here with us today on our chat.
Right. So hey guys,
There's Mike, our Super Horror Show, and Amanda, and Mike the Naked Bigfoot.
Yep.
And I think that's first place we met Christine, too. Was on
I think
there.
it was, yeah.
She
I think
joined
it
us on
was,
there.
yeah.
So.
Yep.
And Tim was with us
Yep.
on our
The
first one.
Yep.
Yeah. So
So it was
This
a
is
lot of
cool.
fun. Yeah. It's like it's just one big family, you know. So if anybody out there is interested in being a speaker on our Parapalooza, please email us at truthaboutbeerand@gmail.com and we can hook you up with a spot.
yeah, or message us on Facebook or Twitter.
any way you can get a hold of us. Just let us know you're interested in. You basically get an hour to yourself to present whatever you kind of like. If you're a speaker here, same thing. So
you see what the problem is with using this one?
it shakes a lot. Yeah. So we had some technical difficulty with our camera, so we're using the camera that's actually on the computer. So
we had to use a phone for hotspot to do it,
because there's no internet here.
But so far so good.
Yes, it's going good. And if you guys didn't get the opportunity to come up here,
Say hi, Jack.
Oh, where's Jack? Hey, Jack.
Here,
What's up?
Creeping.
Here.
What's that do?
It's your thing.
It's your microphone.
Oh, I've always wanted one of these.
It's like a big toy.
Cool. This is neat. I got polarized glasses on, so I can't see anything.
Yeah, it's kind of. You look really cool.
It's nice out here.
Cool.
Gonna play with it, what?
Did you?
Oh, that's understandable. Good thing we got investigators here. That was bad stuff.
You could find it. What's up, Jack?
Oh, not much. I've just been turning things on and off. And
Story your life, right?
yeah, pretty much. It was good times, man. It got warm in there when all the people showed up.
Yeah, it was nice and cool.
It was cool.
Setting up.
Yeah. And then it got a little bit warm, and I fell asleep 2 or 3 times. Hope I didn't snore.
You were that guy, weren't
Somebody
you?
was throwing
Well, at least it
something.
was in the back row.
You're that guy in the back snoring. Hope he didn't pay a lot of money.
Yeah, no, I got a discount.
That's funny.
Friends discount. When did we get these?
Yeah, you have one of those, don't you? Or do you have 2 of them or 3?
Who knows? I got so much stuff.
If you don't, you should probably take one.
Yeah.
No, I'll wait till you get rid of them. I'll take yours everywhere.
I'll say, oh wait, I wanted that one.
I wanted that one.
I'll bet you about it later.
Take your collar.
We had some camouflage ones.
This will match your bag here.
I got it there. It will actually. Exactly. Almost exactly.
I think I sent the camouflage ones we had to Naked.
Did you?
I think so.
You gotta
Weren't they
make-
camouflage, Mike? Ones I sent you. 'Cause I think that was the only ones we had that were camouflage, and they were cool.
When's he coming out here? I got to meet this dude.
I don't know if he is coming out here. We might have to take a trip there.
Either way, I got to meet Naked before I die. So we got 6 months at least.
You got some
I'm just kidding.
you got some stories to share.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you do.
Oh yeah. Him and I think we'll get along just fine.
I think you will.
What I can tell, he's my kind of people.
Yep. Yeah, we know that.
Hello, my wife.
I know that lady.
My wife, Lisa.
Oops. The wind's picking up, making it
Oh,
good.
here it goes
Making
again.
it good.
Stuff's gonna fly away. So if you're just joining us on YouTube and Facebook, we are here live in Globe, Arizona for the Ghost of Globe Paracon. Got some investigations going on tonight.
This is my first Paracon.
It is. Huh?
It is indeed.
It is.
I don't leave the house very often.
That's me.
Didn't you do Parapol? You did Parapalism.
Kind of.
So that's
Yeah,
kind of
I mean,
like,
I sat on a couple tables. And
yeah, you did. Who's trouble?
Um,
I'm telling you.
Where's the beer? We're still waiting on the beer, you know.
Honestly, I think that's a problem.
And
It's not the
stay
people.
metal.
Stay metal. Stay metal.
Well, that's not really. Is that considered a video bomb? It's not a photo bomb. It's a video
Video bomb,
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you call it? Video bomb.
We're going on the tour.
All right, awesome.
Cool.
Let us know what you think. Enjoy it.
What are they touring today?
Cool thing with video bombs,
They're
you
doing
come
the
in
jail.
and
We're
fart.
doing the jail
Yeah.
tour.
What'd you say?
Say video bombs, you come in and fart. Make them really memorable. So, yeah.
Jail. There's a jail here, huh?
You haven't been to the jail, have you?
Not an abandoned one.
we met there, and then
What are you gonna do?
where did we go from there?
Which one?
Didn't you go to the jail with me once, then we came somewhere else?
No.
No.
You were
No.
up here for an investigation, though.
Oh, we went to New Mexico. I went to New Mexico with you guys.
Oh, that's right.
I did New Mexico and sat in the
You did
prison
that
cell
jail.
for half an hour.
Oh, I know. It's
Wait, no.
I brought Lisa up here a few times, and she's never been able to do the gel. Always get the depot or
Right.
and the wine.
YMCA,
Yeah. So
Yeah, you gotta check it
How long is this one closed?
out.
Is it like decades or 100 years kind of thing?
It's been a long time.
There's a lot of old buildings downtown here.
Yeah. Well, 1800s, right?
It's an old town.
Hell if I know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know a clue.
This
It's
is the depot's a cool building.
as many times as I've driven through Globe, I've never been in this old town part.
Really?
Well, the highway doesn't go through here.
no,
True.
I'm
That's-
always on my way to somewhere else. you know,
Right.
Or a job in that part, the newer part. But Yeah, I didn't even know this existed.
Those
I
are-
thought that dilapidated part as you first come into town.
Yeah.
I thought that was the old town because there's nothing there. It's like, oh, look at this.
It's almost like downtown Prescott. You know,
That's just rude.
why is it rude?
There's lots of beer right there.
That's true. There's a lot of beer there.
Prescott's more active.
Well, it's got all the bars. That's why. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though, like they don't have a ghost town part.
no,
Not really.
not really.
There's every place still occupied there. There's a lot of empty buildings when you first come into Globe.
Yeah, that's true. That's
All
true.
those businesses that are. I'm not sure if they're reopened or not. 'Cause
Yeah, I
I've
think
never
it's more
stayed.
Miami.
Oh, maybe
That's
it's
abandoned,
Miami's
yeah,
what you go through first, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Shamrock and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Miami. Yep.
I mean, I don't know what that is, but the bar.
Claypool, is it Claypool? Is that
Clayton, isn't Clayton? Or-
Clayton?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
crap.
saw the name today for the first time because I always thought it was just
Well, it's
Miami
just a
and
little-
Globe.
No, yeah,
It's just like a little one street. Is the whole
Yeah.
thing.
That's like Diamond Valley on your way to Prescott. You
Yeah.
know where that is?
No.
Yeah, you know what he does. You go through Prescott Valley. There's a whole nother town called Diamond Valley that's between Prescott Valley, and it's before you even get to the Coca-Cola factory. It's like 2 exits, and it's Diamond Valley.
Jeez.
It's weird, but that's just like Higley in Higley, Arizona. You know where that's at?
I do know
Yeah,
Higley.
Well, I
I
used to
don't
live
know
in
the town.
Higley until
That's
Gilbert annexed it. So.
I wonder if that's something to do with back in the day that they would annex these just little sections and just make them.
It must be, and it's weird the ones that get left out and just remain these little ghosty towns. People, you tell them where you're from. Like my wife's from Levine. I didn't know Levine was a thing.
Right.
I had no idea.
Now Levine's still there though.
Yeah, it's still there.
It
It's
hasn't
still
been
there.
annexed. I
But
guess
it's-
nobody wants it.
It's Phoenix.
And Living's big too, though. It's not
Yeah.
Yeah,
small.
it's really
it's
not
not.
small.
Yeah.
It's really not small. But it's I didn't even know it existed until I met her.
Don't you go through there to go to the Phoenix Raceway?
Well, now you go there to get because they got the 202 running through it,
Oh, that's right.
so they really kind of opened it up.
Yeah.
That new 202.
I don't get out much either. so.
Dude, I'm telling you, that freeway makes a difference because her folks still live there, and it makes that drive super quick.
It
Get to-
does.
get to the west side.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
seriously. Yeah. Yeah.
We're a mile away from the 202, so it's just like
And I don't
What's
think
that?
everybody's figured it out yet.
no, they
because-
haven't. It's still pretty nice. and
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what time of day it is. It still moves pretty fast.
Yeah.
So it's nice. Hopefully it'll stay a nice secret
It's
for a
not
while.
going to.
I'm sweating on everything.
I know. It's
Stop touching
we're
plastic.
sticking to everything. There is a breeze. There's a
Yeah.
small breeze.
Ooh, that feels good on my ears.
Because we're amazing. It's because you still got one corner. This corner in the sun is creating a radiation.
Yeah, probably.
Science.
It's crazy.
Oh, that helps.
Maybe I got drill holes in this.
The little hot air balloon pyramid.
Right.
Yeah.
So we
What's next?
need to find Rita.
We got to find.
Hmm?
We didn't recognize her. What she looked like.
We talked to
Oh,
Rita.
Rita, we
Yeah.
did.
Oh, we got to find
That's
somebody
right.
else. We're just kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. We're funny.
Yeah, we did talk to
There's
Rita.
Tony.
And Tom,
He was the tiger.
John, and Junior.
You did all that.
And then who's Kendra?
She was that
Oh,
one
that's
lady.
right.
That's your favorite guest you've
Oh,
ever
yeah,
had.
that's right.
Super boring and has nothing exciting.
She had
Oh,
some
come
story
on
about a
now.
baby.
Talk about how the paranormal and Disney is equal. Have you ever?
The Disney stuff?
Well, did I tell you that? Like 90% of the paranormal investigators I've met are all also obsessed with Disney. It's a very weird crossover. That's why my Instagram page is at the paranormal Disney because it's half paranormal.
Kendra, you're wanted.
Interesting.
Paranormal Disney. Oh, I got all kinds of funny stuff to say about that.
Well, my ears are
It was a
really
ghost.
sweaty.
No, it was a ghost. Trust me, it was a ghost. Something's touching me.
That's a
It's a
whole
haunted
different
mansion.
topic.
Come on, baby. Get on the ride and shut up. All right.
Cool. You never ate your sandwich, did you?
No, I didn't.
We're back online.
Oh, you get your staff from with it. I had fish and chips. Was pretty tasty.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
We had a koozie.
Well, maybe you
right
should
on
jump
the
in.
grill.
You haven't eaten either.
I already did it now.
So, Jack, why don't you take it?
What? Take what?
Why don't you take the reins right here?
Hi, everybody. What you doing?
We'll eat our
What do you want
lunch.
to talk about? You guys want to talk about sports or something?
It's not like we haven't eaten
Thanks for coming up, guys.
on this before.
Bye. The
See ya.
people is leaving. Other people is leaving.
The shade just started good.
I think Vinny's getting us a couple more guests.
Well, maybe. Oh, we get the hat lady. Very cool.
That's the cheese
What's
bugging.
your favorite color? I got a card for you. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna bring it over here to you.
Thank you, sir.
Hi.
Hello.
Want to talk?
I guess so.
Come on,
Wanna come
man.
over
All
here
right.
so we can see you?
Come join us.
Don't be shy. Oh, we got another drawing.
We got another drawing.
Yes, we do.
It is 3
I can
o'clock.
draw.
I'll pick. You want me to? Oh, let Jack
I'm
pick it.
picking. I'm picking.
Get a
Okay.
good one.
I'm getting a good one.
Read the number first.
I'm going to read the number first.
Are you ready?
It's 878 125.
878-125.
Are you ready?
Do we have a winner?
Do we have a name on the back?
We do. I'm keeping it a secret. It starts with an N.
Norma.
Why'd you ruin it?
Because I'm Norma.
Can you read that last name? Brash?
No. That's okay. Norma's always.
Norma.
Last name starts
Norma's
with
the
a
big
B.
winner.
So
Is there a
Norma.
phone number out there?
What's that ticket number
She
again?
did. Should we call her live on air? Really crazy.
You're a
I
big
can call
winner.
her, but
We could call her. I got a phone. It'd be fun.
if you want to call, you can
I
call.
mean, I wouldn't because she could be inside.
That'd be great.
Right?
It's like,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
you won something. She'd
I
be
would
super
do that.
happy.
Yes.
But hold on to that. Don't lose it because we make sure.
Oh,
All right,
sure,
Norma,
thank
you're the big
you.
winner.
Thank you very
So
much.
another one at 4.
Another one at 4.
Don't
So
you
get
forget.
your raffle tickets at the Paps booth.
Cool.
That's some pretty. It's good little prize.
Who's this? Hi. Yes. I don't know who you are, so I'll let somebody else introduce you.
Let me mute it while you
Yeah, mood it.
mute it. Okay.
You want to sit here, Jack, and I'll eat?
Oh, yeah,
Then
that's a
I-
good
Then
idea.
I'll switch out with
Okay.
do somebody else.
Like,
after you.
oh, my sandwich too. I don't know anything. I can just do it by myself.
Yeah, I'm still nursing mine. I mean, it's warm, but it's okay. It's all right. Well, how are you doing? Let me mute you first. There we go.
I feel like
Can we hear you?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah, we can hear you.
How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
What is the truth about beer?
It's delicious.
Yeah, that's true. That is the truth.
It's functional.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you
it's
guys
the
drinking
it's
beer
the
right now?
end
No.
part.
No. This is our normal state.
This is a beer podcast, but you're not drinking beer.
Well, I think it has something to do with public intoxication
That's bullshit.
or lack thereof. I don't know. Yeah, it is kind of bullshit.
Yeah,
Making
this
excuses.
is the first time we've ever done anything where we haven't been drinking beer at the time.
Those cars sound good.
Those cars are awesome. So who are we talking to?
My name's Ginger. I'm here with If We Can Sparkle Incense. I hand make incense.
Incense?
You hand make incense. Are they like the cone kind or the stick kind? Or,
Cones.
oh, very cool.
Mhm.
Do you sell those cool incense burners that do all neat little smoke tricks?
No, not yet. I haven't
No?
gotten into the reverse flow ones yet, but I'm working on it.
Right on.
There we go.
How do you decide what to put in them?
Well, like this is my black cat banishing incense. And
Okay.
it's for banishing, so I would use herbs for banishing, like
Oh,
clove.
wow.
This has clove, basil, dragon's blood, and wormwood.
Interesting. So that is that all based on like Wiccan sort of stuff, or where do you get the?
Yeah, magical properties, grimoire tradition.
Very cool. Yeah, as I say, you said they were banishing, so I'm figuring there's some basis for that.
Yeah,
I bet your house smells amazing.
it kind of does.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's your favorite incense that you have?
Probably the forest spirit one because it smells like the forest.
Interesting.
I burn a lot of juniper, so that one has juniper berries, sage flowers, and what else did I put in there? I don't remember. It's very juniper-y.
So besides
Mugwort.
smelling good,
Mugwort.
what's that one really good for besides smelling good?
Summoning spirits. So, when you're wanting to talk to spirits, it's good to burn some incense to give them kind of a medium, something to,
Physical.
yeah.
Physical. That's interesting.
They like it. They love it. Spirits
Yeah.
love
I mean, different scents more than others. That
Do you just shave wood off into the mix, or how's? Is there
I use a coffee grinder.
really interesting?
wow.
I never knew how they make those things. Or
And then what do you use as a compound to put it all back together?
I use gum arabic.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't either.
I
It's a
love it.
powder from the acacia tree.
I know what
okay.
acacia trees are.
Sticky. They put it in a lot of food.
I'm most fascinated by what I learn something new like every month. Things that I didn't know existed, like the fact that somebody makes incense. Obviously, somebody makes it, but
Yeah, I
Those
got,
two-
Gotta come from
Those don't
somewhere.
got
things don't
really
occur to me.
obsessed during the shutdown.
yeah, well, you gotta have something to do.
Mhm.
Making incense. Interesting.
Yeah. How many different scents do you have then?
I make different ones all the time.
So
So
it's always
not really-
changing. Huh?
Yeah, I don't really tie myself down to.
Hmm.
But I try to, I have summoning ones and banishing ones and love ones.
Oh, cool.
Love is good. So what's the best seller?
This one, the black cat. It's very clovey. Smells like a
Yeah.
goth club, kind of. Like clove cigarettes a little bit.
There's a hint of patchouli in there.
Yeah.
I can almost smell the reggae. Excuse me.
But can I smell it? Oh, did you hear that?
I did. That was a nice steal.
Ooh, that is very pleasant.
Takes it back to the clove days.
Yeah, the clove stage.
Oh, there's definitely cloves in there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Those are, and
It makes my lungs hurt.
they're really, when you said you make the cones ones, I'm thinking of the ones that I remember as a kid that were just tiny little cones. Those are good sized cones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are.
So I make them by hand. So that's this size,
Oh, wow.
like this.
Interesting.
So how long does that burn for? each
About 20
one?
minutes.
It was like one didn't watch it.
So just time it. Of course, out here in the wind, it would.
Yeah, just 30 seconds later. That's funny. So it's moist. Do they stay wet or that's
No, they're
completely
dry.
dried out? Do you dry them when you kill them or anything?
I
like
dry them
that?
in the sun.
All natural.
That's, yeah.
Very cool.
So they get vitamin D and everything.
So you gotta have
Yes.
healthy cones.
That's right.
My cones are nice and healthy and they smell wonderful.
hmm
So good. You're based where? Are you in?
Gilbert. I'm in Gilbert. I
Very
sell
cool.
my incense at Siphon Draw Apothecary at Goldfield Ghost Town
Oh wow.
and also Zombie World Market in Phoenix.
Zombie World Market. I've not even heard of
I
that.
haven't either.
Oh, they have a seance room.
Is it like a swap meet?
No.
I've been
What
into
is
the
it?
apothecary.
Store.
It's a
Goldfield.
store?
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, the apothecary at Goldfield Ghost Town is awesome.
They have a
That
what
smells
kind of room?
amazing in there.
Yeah, that's what everybody says the
Yeah.
minute they walk in. It smells awesome in here. It
And
smells
that's-
so good.
That's you?
The Siphon Draw Apothecary is my best friend. Colleen owns Siphon Draw Apothecary. Zombie World Market is a store, an occult store
Oh
in
wow.
Phoenix.
What did you say? What kind of room they have?
A seance room.
A seance room. They actually do seances there.
They do.
Wow. That's cool.
Yes,
You
sir.
gotta get
they
on
do.
mine.
I feel like there's a conflict between zombies and seances. It seems like they shouldn't go together.
I mean,
I mean,
That's a cool name, though.
Oh, it's a very cool name. I'm just sitting there thinking like seances and zombies seem to be at odds with one another.
it's a really cool store. You really should check it out. It's a very cool place.
I'll probably look it up online.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the minute you step in the door, you're like, okay, yeah.
That
I'm
again,
in
that
the right
requires you
place.
going somewhere in the active. Just that's you know what it took to get me here.
I had to drive him here.
I don't like leaving the house. I like my house.
Me too. Me too. And my garden.
Yeah, this is my stuff. Everything I need is right there.
All my things.
Why do I got to go anywhere? I know what I like. It's all right here.
I get it.
Too fun. Oh,
So where's your booth at?
Over there. It's that really vampire-y looking one over there with the velvet.
Okay. Hiding behind the Paps one from here. Yeah. I love that suitcase.
Thanks. I painted that.
oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
That is very velvety.
Well, if you want to get some really fine incense, head over to what's it?
If we can sparkle.
Twinkles.
If we can sparkle.
Oh, if we can spark. I should hear better than that.
It's a line from a David Bowie song.
If we can
Starman.
sparkle,
Oh yeah.
then we shall.
If we can spark. Very cool. What else you got? Social media stuff? Are you big into the
Yeah, if we could sparkle.com. If we could sparkle on Facebook.
That's smart.
Instagram.
smart? I'm always blown away by the ones that have like 9 different names for different things, and I'm like, how am I supposed to remember that? I can't remember that. I can
You know,
remember
I'm kind of torn about changing it because the name has kind of just become me,
Yeah,
but it is.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's what it is.
keeps your brand and keeps it all in line, so it's easy to remember. If we can sparkle, I can remember. If you had
If
some other
we
name,
can sparkle, yeah.
you had some other name, I'd be really screwed. But then
And
we
so-
look at the David Bowie song too.
Yeah.
Doing a little bit for him as well.
Huge fan of David Bowie. Huge.
And so you ship all over? I mean, do you get
I'm not crazy about shipping, so I'm more interested in local.
just
stuff.
local stuff?
I hate shipping.
No. It's an added expense.
To say the least. An expense
And
and
I don't
hassle.
really make enough incense to bother with all of that.
You don't want to go global?
No, I don't give a shit about that.
Good call. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Keep it small. The less people I got to deal with.
Seriously.
Don't tell everybody about it. You're going to be busy as long.
I feel like that's what we're conditioned to think and conditioned to work towards, but it's not necessarily a fantastic goal.
I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, you got to have that balance of time to enjoy it, not just be doing it all the time.
Well, I'm guessing that you're doing it. You started doing it because it was something you were interested
love
in
it.
and enjoyed.
Uh-huh.
Not that you really wanted to waste every moment of your life being involved in
No.
building a business. And, yeah, I can understand that. Very much so.
Well, Ginger, do you drink beer?
I'm drinking beer at my booth right
Oh,
now.
we'll bring some over. We don't have any.
Well, do you have a koozie to put your beer in?
No, I don't.
Well,
All right, cool.
I knew she was going to grab a pink one. I just thought.
See, and Keith almost handed me that one. He almost made me take that. I was like, no, not yet. I'll
It's
wait.
cute. It's very
Well, there's
cute.
some more.
Oh, okay. Trying to pretend like they're limited edition. Get them now while they last. Get them while it's hot, or whatever, however that goes. I don't know.
Well, Ginger, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back over there to my beer.
All right. If you want to bring some over, we won't be mad at you.
I think I'm on my last beer.
That's okay.
And it's
that's what
only
they all
Coors
say.
Light.
I know, right? It's only Coors Light. It's all right. You drink it fast enough, it works great.
Yeah, I'm staying hydrated. That's what I'm trying to do.
Drink it like it's wrong.
Thanks, guys.
Let's take that off. Yeah. Thank you. If we can sparkle,
Uh-huh.
Facebook.
And whatnot, all the social media platforms.
Yeah.
Instances. Yeah,
Muted.
there's a really cool. I know. I dropped my koozie. It happens.
What
to
you
the best
do
of
with
us.
your koozie?
They there's a, what do you call it? Some incense fountain thing I've seen online or on TV or I don't know. You've seen it where it just like the smoke dribbles down it and whatever. It's very mesmerizing and cool.
I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do too. I don't. But they're the only way to get them so far is online. I was hoping she had them because I'm gonna own one of them if she's got them. But otherwise, it requires effort, and I'm not into that. What's
These do
next?
take effort. As you can see. Oh,
Or
no, we're at 3:30 is the next one. Okay.
is stuff happening on there? I can't tell.
There's some comments.
Can you see anything? I
Yeah.
can't see nothing.
Yeah. Super Horror Show Mike feels bad for you
Oh,
because you're out of the house. So poor Jack out of his house.
it's a big deal. I'm out of my house and not working. That's weird.
Sad. I'm
is
going to do musical chairs with Keith.
Okay. Well, you can just stand up and move and
So I'm going to do this.
you wait for the tunes to stop first.
Pull up my ears. Oh, you're going to do it. Cool.
You're bored.
Yeah, and I want to wear the headphones.
All
You
right.
can't wear the headphones. The headphones are bad for you.
Yeah.
That
This will be
completely
a-
defeats the purpose.
This will be a whole new.
I need you to sign a waiver before you sit down and talk to me, though.
It's too late. I'm committed.
You can't be easily offended. Just telling you right now.
Oh, I can't. What
Yeah.
do the headphones do? Oh,
Nothing.
whoa.
They put you inside of a room, a special
It's way
room,
different.
where all you can hear is your own. inner
Keith, would you like to be a guest on our podcast?
Want to go get me my hydro flask that's sitting over there by your cooler?
Your what?
Get my hydro flask that's sitting by your cooler by my pretty pink bag because my throat's drying out and getting a little dry here. That is a sparkly hat.
I know, I want it
My
so
goodness.
bad. For anybody who's watching and wasn't on before, hi, I'm Kendra.
That's Kendra.
I'm Kendra Ashley. I was one of our speakers today.
She was the first speaker.
It was.
You told a scary story. That wasn't really scary, but it was interesting.
The story, which one?
Of your great grandfather.
Oh, should I tell that?
I don't know. It's up to you. It's your moment because I have very little interesting things to say.
So he's referring to my first paranormal experience. I was 3 years old, and 3 years old is a weird time if you're having paranormal experiences, at least I think, right?
I would say so, yeah.
Keith is like they just took over our podcast.
And
It's done.
remembering it was the part that was interesting to me because 3 years
You know
old.
what's sad though? The viewer count jumped as soon as both of you left. So I feel so bad for you.
Oh, it's because my wife got on.
Support.
My wife's gonna probably tell the rest of my family. So you never know.
So anyways, I woke up at 3 years old. There was a man standing at the end of my bed. I was sleeping in my mom's room. And it was a solid man. Like it wasn't a see-through. It wasn't a partial apparition. There was a man standing at the end of the bed, and he was holding my 3-month-old sister, and he was absolutely glowing. And I wasn't scared.
Just like all the things,
Which,
I'm thinking, like none of this. She's just like, cool, whatever.
Well, and that's the thing.
Freaking
Like,
out.
who would just be cool with that?
That's what I'm saying. That's not all right.
I was 3 years old. Why would I be cool with that? But I was totally fine.
Dude, put my sister down.
Yeah, I'd be like, do you
What are
think
you
you could
doing
like
here?
not do that? But when he turned around, I noticed that it was my great grandfather, who I had recognized from pictures because he had died years before I was born. And I was telling the story about a year ago because I had never told anybody, not my mom, my grandparents, nobody. And I was telling the story about a year ago. My sister happened to be in the room. She immediately stopped me and finished my entire story detail for detail. And
That's even weirder. She was a few months old and she has a conscious memory of it. That's
she was like, I've had a reoccurring dream for years that this is happening. And I was like, dude, like that just solidified everything.
So you didn't get to expand on in your talk, and I was curious, and I didn't want to yell out from where I was at, but so you continued to see other apparitions, or your great grandfather in particular, or did you ever see him again?
Never saw him again, actually.
But so you did see other things as you were growing up.
It was more of like feelings.
Okay.
It wasn't like I would see something and be like, oh, that was a person. Like, it wasn't like that. I've only ever seen another full body apparition once, and that was 4 or 5 years ago. Keep in mind, this first event was 20 years ago.
Well, once in a lifetime is pretty intense, quite honestly. Like,
yeah. So it was always just feelings after that for me. Like, I would feel a certain way, or I would hear stuff or something like that, but I never again saw anything like that until a few years
that's
ago.
still crazy. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It was interesting for sure. People are probably hopping on here like, why? This is not
There's no
Keith.
beer.
This is not Joey.
There's
no beer.
nothing.
Somebody stole all their gear and walked away.
We have stolen things. I can't read these comments that are on here because my polarized glasses make it impossible for me to see digital screens properly.
Hi, everybody. Hi, guys. Have you ever had any paranormal experiences?
No,
Never?
it's not true.
I was gonna say, wait a minute.
No. So no, I don't. I can't say I've had any paranormal experiences. I don't think that's what they're classified as. I don't really know how to explain. All of my experiences were more, what do you call it? I guess spiritual experiences or whatever. And the church I grew up in was
Like very one way or the highway type
no
thing?
heavy meditation, Middle
yeah.
Eastern influence. Odd by most standards, I would say. But SRF is the name of the church. If you know what that is, cool. If you don't, that's more confusing. But so I had a lot of I guess yes, kind of supernatural, but out of body stuff. We learned how to do different types of meditation and slow your breathing and stop your breathing, and slow your heart and stop your heart, and those kinds of things. And so I had a lot of really intense experiences in church camp and stuff. And so it's not really paranormal, but it's definitely odd, and I didn't have any good explanation for it. And as I've gotten older, I had a lot of things that I don't know, kind of changed my views on some of that stuff. But so being in this paranormal stuff's been really interesting because you meet a lot of people that have some really, really, really intense experiences and stuff that like sounds very interesting, and at the same time is just like almost terrifying. Like how you deal with that kind of stuff and how you even quantify it in your brain. Like, what just happened? You know, I don't want to speak too much out of turn because it's not just my experiences, but family and friends, and don't really have permission to talk about those things too much. But,
yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's all very personal. It's all very personal because it's not just a hobby. You know, it's some real stuff that for me, there's no real answers to any of it. You know, like you got to see that with your great grandfather. It's like, why?
Exactly. That's like I'd never met the man.
Yeah.
Him and my mom weren't particularly close either. So it's like
crazy. What in the world
about?
Drew him to that point and to have that interaction with you, and what if anything are you supposed to take away from that?
And why did I wake up and why? Yeah, exactly.
That's always been my thing with all the paranormal stuff is always like, okay, so I saw that. Oh, that just reminded me of the I don't know if paranormal or otherworldly, whatever, but me and a girlfriend of mine years and years ago driving home and saw a spaceship.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how you gotta say it.
And
up.
we watched it take off, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and it was like, "That you saw that, right? Yeah, we saw that." But then, what are you gonna do with it? We can't chase it. We don't know where it came from or whose it was, and it's like, it's sort of a wash. And like, that was really neat, but incredibly useless. Like other than I got to feel something, but I mean, I know a lot of people that get really, really, drug in there, and it's like I guess I have some obsessive nature or compulsive nature, whatever it is. I can't go down those rabbit holes because I know that I can't find anything.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I've been on one of these investigations and it was neat, and at the same time, it's like I just pray I don't see anything.
See, that's how it was at first too. Because when it happens, obviously you immediately like question everything. Like, did I see that?
Right.
What was it? Like, why? Things like that. Like you were saying.
Yeah.
And then you've got that other side of it. Where like now I've been doing this for 13 years, which is well over half. Well, probably more than that, and it's well over half of my life. Like, I've been doing this since I was 6. I'm 23, so do the math. I've been doing this forever, and now, more recently, like within the last 5 years, it's like you get scared, but immediately it turns to excitement now. But when you first start that doesn't happen.
Well, and having this community of other people that have the interest and have other viewpoints and other evidence for that matter, can help, because on its own, I mean, it wasn't until just this last couple of years when Joey and Keith started doing this. I didn't know this happened. I didn't know this existed.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a community for this, and that there was groups of people that did this on a regular basis. It's all very new to me and interesting because, again, I didn't have time to figure any of that stuff out, or where would you even go look,
Absolutely. If you're just now tuning in and you saw Joey just walk behind us and you're looking at us like, hey, you're not Keith and Joey, you would be correct. There he is. I'm Kendra Ashley. Hi.
I'm Jack.
And we have taken over the podcast mostly because they needed to eat and also because I wanted to wear the headphones.
Yeah, well, we both got to wear some headphones. Are you nourished, Joey?
Are you ready to come back?
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
I'm chilling.
Great job.
I like the headphones.
You don't want to watch
It's
me?
so much cooler.
I can burn this down. You guys.
I know. At this point, we're just like, we're talking. We're hanging out. I like this.
You're reading the comments?
Keith's over here trying to get me to burn it
I can kind
down.
of see. Are these updated?
Jack's wife.
My wife's going like, "Shut up, shut up."
Which one's your wife?
Amanda. Yeah.
Hi, Amanda. Or
can't see.
Jack.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
I can't see what it says. Very. Oh.
So another thing that like
Sweet.
Very sweet.
I love it.
we can bring up, which I had mentioned this a little bit earlier. It's super weird to me and super funny. I've met a lot of people in the paranormal field, obviously, and like I know a lot of people and things like that. 90% of the people I've met have a huge obsession with Disney too. I mean, I definitely do. Like, it's all Disney. But Disney and the paranormal you wouldn't really think that they would mix, right?
I don't know.
Maybe it's like the offsetting it, like the paranormal on one side, Disney
is
on
the
the other.
paranormal and the occult the same thing?
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, is it?
It sounds like we need to do an episode on this.
No, you really do.
I'm just saying,
So for anybody who's watching, I'm going to do a shameless plug for a second.
Seriously, are they the same thing?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking. Just like,
You guys want to announce the next speaker?
for whatever. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
So
You want to go stop the recording?
coming
on that
up,
one?
we have at 3:30, which is in about 7 minutes. We have Onay coming up. She's doing a live audience reading for anybody who wants to see that. About 7 minutes. Yeah,
Cool.
that wasn't very,
So you're
Okay,
gonna
so
stop the
shameless
recording.
plug. Here.
Okay,
Shameless plug for a little bit.
Plug in, then I have questions.
Instagram at the Paranormal Disney. That's my Instagram.
What?
Because I've noticed how many people are interested in both so heavily. So I was like, people ask me all the time about paranormal stuff and about Disney stuff because those are like my two biggest focuses in life.
Okay.
So I started an Instagram page where half of my content is Disney content and half of my content is paranormal content. And I'm surprised at how many people have messaged me and been like, this is awesome. Why does nobody else do this? Like, these are two of my favorite things.
Okay.
And I'm like,
How many times have you been to Disneyland?
I couldn't tell you. I've lost count.
Really?
I started going to Disneyland at least twice a year when I was 4.
Have you been to the Mouse Club place? The secret or the
Club 33.
There you go.
So we have friends that are members. And I want to go, but I've not been
You
to
haven't
Club
been there
33.
yet?
No,
Oh.
it's like $3,000 to get in just for the day. I want to go so bad. I went to Disney World last year and I met up with a friend of mine and he's big into the paranormal. And we were talking about that, and we got on the subject. Paranormal and Disney, dudes. It's a thing.
We have Joey and I think Keith knows him too. We have a friend who is a little bit into Disney. And so, you know, the pins, the hat pins that they sell.
You mean lanyard pins?
I don't know. Maybe that's what they are.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yes, lanyard pins. So he has them all.
I'm sorry. Wait.
Yeah, he has all of them. Yeah. The binders. And I'm talking special edition, like every New Year, like all of them. Yeah, it does that to people. It's funny. But
like I thought I was crazy with that.
Oh, the obsession is it's weird. It's
it's not weird. Calm down. Calm down.
Casting director?
She's an arts person. She's a theater person, professor, whatever. And so so I believe it was some connection with the arts entertainment factor. But yeah, he's I mean the collection is it's mind blowing.
You guys, my mind is blown, and I haven't even seen it.
It's crazy. I mean, like I'm not that big of a fan, so the first time he shows me these things, I'm just like, why?
I have a hidden Mickey, literally. Oh, I can't see it. Tattooed on my arm, and I'm gonna put a bunch of hidden.
Oh, you've
Mickeys.
got Beetlejuice stuff on you.
Yeah, so this is actually gonna be a full sleeve. It'll be finished next month.
I'm gonna go play Jack right now.
I like Beetlejuice.
I was gonna say.
I do like Beetlejuice, but that's when what is his name?
Michael Keaton.
Not Keaton. Not Michael Keaton. When that whole Nightmare Before Christmas sort of feel to stuff. What is his name? The director.
Tim Burton.
Thank you.
I was like, what are we talking
Tim
about?
Burton and Danny Elfman.
Oh,
that combination did that was Beetlejuice started that in my opinion, and then it all went.
That could make sense. I'm going to see Beetlejuice on Broadway in July, and
the set director for that's got to be nuts because that's.
I think. Oh my God, I can't even remember his name now. But he did the same set direction for Hamilton, I think.
Oh, wow.
And they're completely opposite. And like this man, if anybody knows who I'm talking about, the guy who did the set design for Beetlejuice and Hamilton, both on Broadway, the man is a genius.
But that level of art, this sort of style of art, I don't know what you call that. But I look at Tim Burton and Danny Elfman, that goes hand in hand.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I don't know what it is about Danny Elfman's music. All his musical scores give me that same feeling, like a visceral feeling that goes along with the artwork.
Okay, whoever said, wow, look at her reaction, you don't understand. Like, if I saw that collection, it would be over for everybody. Like,
that's too funny.
Like, I'm not a little fan of Disney. Like, every pin... I've been trying to get my hands on all of them for years.
I so badly would like to just get a picture of them for you so I can watch it just collapse because it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I don't really even know how he managed to do it, but he does. It's And I'm assuming it's all of them because I don't know how many there are, but this is an ungodly amount of pins.
I mean,
and I'm pretty sure he has all of them because that's the kind of guy he is. He's into that.
So big shocker. I'm a huge Haunted Mansion fan.
Of course he is too.
Surprise. I don't even have all the Haunted Mansion pins, and there is not that many of them. Like,
that's too
I think I bought like 15 of them when I was in Disney World, and still don't have all of them.
That's crazy.
I feel like we should probably relinquish the podcast.
Oh, I don't. If they can.
Oh, okay. Like I'm having so much fun. What was that? Okay, so that's where we're lacking. For anybody who is interested, we have a wonderful speaker up right now, One. She is doing a live audience reading. Ooh. She is coming up in just 2 minutes. 2 minutes, people.
That's wicked cool. A live audience reading. So is she reading from Huckleberry Finn or? Oh, wait a minute. I get it. She's doing a reading of the people in the room. Yeah, buddy.
I am having way too much fun for this. Fight to death for the pod. They said never surrender. Fight to death for the podcast. The truth about beer and just got new podcast hosts. But I'm moving. That doesn't work.
Yeah, we can virtual. We don't have to be in the same room. We're doing a
Don't
Zoom
tempt me,
podcast.
guys. I'm going to be bored with a baby doing nothing.
Well, let's see if we can do it while I'm driving.
I know, right? I'll be holding the baby like, shh, we're on a podcast.
That's cool. And I'll be trying to hear over the sound of the diesel truck. Like, what?
See, I pay to see that, though. What'd you guys say? I didn't hear you. What's going on there? If you're just tuning in, because we just had a couple people tune in, we are not Keith. I'm Keith.
And I'm Joey.
Nice to meet you.
Papa Joey, stay right here. I got my hair back. No. Yeah, you're going to marry her. Oh, can I be invited now? I'm interested. No, I'm interested.
I get to marry Lindsay?
Yes.
Keith, you're out.
The reception's
You're
going to be
out.
crazy.
Call it. We're wearing pickle pasties, not white dresses.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
You had to be there, folks.
No. You didn't have to be there. I don't want to be. I changed my mind. I don't want to play anymore. I'm scared.
Pickle pasties and very tight pants.
What are you doing? Okay, hold on.
This is so. Anyways,
Is
I'm
there somebody
Kendra
here that does
Ashley.
cleansings?
Actually, yeah, it's over there.
I need you. Empty this for me.
We are not keeping Joey.
No.
We would like to pretend we are for a little
Sometimes I do.
I do.
Pretend I'm Keith.
bit. I sit there. I really feel sad that like Lindsay is out here wilding.
Yeah, that happens.
No white flags. Do some Disney princess voodoo. I'm more of a Disney villain person, but
Well, you're a Maleficent lover, aren't you?
no, I don't even like Maleficent.
What?
I'm the evil queen for. I like her, but like
That's kind of not even nice to
I'm-
say. Why would you say that?
I'm the evil queen from Snow White kind of person.
That's pretty weak.
I mean, her name is literally the evil queen. You can't get much cooler than that.
Yeah, but she's pretty weak, honestly. Like, I mean, when it gets right down to it.
I mean, she was 1938 or
One-
35. whatever
one
it is.
poison apple, like, that's all you got?
Now people are just really confused. They're like, this podcast is like the truth about beer and Disney. What the?
right. We're doing business stuff. Let's go.
I had a thought, but like it's gone now because all I can think about is pickle pasties and white
okay.
dresses.
You got me with the evil queen thing, and I just can't understand why you can't like Maleficent. Just the name is cool.
Well-
Actually, you know what? I take that back because what's her face ruined it.
Who? Oh, Angelina
yeah.
Jolie.
Yeah, that doesn't
She
count.
scares me. Did you know she used to drink
In the
Billy
wrong
Bob
way.
Thornton's blood?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. When they were together, they would like cut each other and like drink each other's blood.
Well, I don't know if you noticed or not. Billy Bob Thornton's kind of a weirdo.
Angelina Jolie is kind of a weirdo.
Also, that
But we're not name dropping. Please don't sue us.
they're our friends. They love us. They don't care. We don't even matter. Who cares? Somebody said something bad about you. She's got to get online and check her self-esteem real quick and be like, "Oh, what are they saying about me out there? Oh, these guys talk crap. I can't go on." I don't think she cares. Did you hear what they said about you, Angie?
Angelina Jolie, if you're watching
The
this,
truth about beer was
we'll
talking about you
apologize.
again. You're watching this.
Yeah,
Tell
if
your
you're watching
friends.
this, thank you.
We'll talk more crap. It'll be great.
Also, could you give me Brad Pitt's number?
I feel like he's disappointing. Yeah, he's.
I
feel
mean,
he's
like,
disappointing.
give me 20 years ago, Brad Pitt, any day. Yes.
Really? You don't know that. You don't know
I have
him.
very low standards. Ooh.
Is it so? Okay, so no, but honestly, you say that, but let's be real.
Yeah.
There's no way that based purely on physical looks, you would be with a guy like that.
Brad Pitt?
Just if he was just everything you hate about men.
Circle K guy.
If it was everything you hate about guys as a person,
I have
was his looks make up for it?
20
That's
years
right.
ago, Brad Pitt, maybe.
Never.
Keanu Reeves, yes. Like that I can answer for you right now.
But see, Keanu Reeves, you think of him
Did
as a
you?
person.
You did not.
You think of him as a person.
Keanu Reeves as a person is
but his personality is weighed in on that. I'm saying that just based purely on his physicality.
Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, if he was an absolute jerk face, his looks wouldn't make up for it.
Oh, younger Keanu Reeves?
It doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
You would be with a guy who treated you like absolute crap as long as he looked that good.
I know
Yeah, we're
now
having
I'm
this
like
conversation. I'm messing with you because you did that whole like, oh yeah, 20 years ago I would be with that guy. No, you wouldn't. It matters who he is.
Keanu Reeves? I don't know. I pretty much do anything for Keanu Reeves.
Even if he was a jerk.
Yeah.
Just because of how he looks.
Not now, but
But how he looked then, even if he looked at the peak of his looks.
I'm sure there's people
With that
watching
makeup,
this that are with me though, right?
There's no way.
There has to
There's
be.
no real world. This doesn't happen in the real world. Women are not that shallow.
I mean,
You're
yeah.
just not.
No,
It's
you're
not
right.
in you.
You're right.
If he was a jerk, he wouldn't be attractive anymore. Most of his attractiveness comes from the fact that you know he's a
Okay,
decent
so
person.
that is true. So there was one person, okay, I will throw this out here. There was one person who shall remain nameless.
Jimmy.
Yeah, let's call him.
Why not?
Because this one is like, I'm friends with him and like everybody here would know who it is. So I can't.
All her friends on Facebook are going like, is it me?
No.
Is it me? Go ahead.
No. He's on a TV show
And I really liked him. And I was like, when I meet this man, I hope to God he is a jerk. And I hope to God I hate him because I'm in love with this man. Like, totally in love with this man. And I was like, when I meet him, I hope he's nothing like he is, like I think he is. I hope he's horrible so I can hate him. And he wasn't. So
You've met him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's friends with you now.
Yeah.
And he's aware that he was on TV, so he already knows.
Yeah.
So just say what his name is.
No.
Come on.
No.
Don't be a weenie.
No. I will
Who's
not name
gone
drop this
far?
one.
Why? Just because he treated you like crap? No, just kidding.
When Halle Berry was
What are his initials?
See?
Then all the middle. All
no,
the names in
because I
between.
think everybody would know.
I think everybody would too.
When Halle Berry was in the Flintstones, I would have let her stab me once. You get it. You get it. Like,
Wait.
You get it.
No.
Yeah.
That's a guy.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. That's the whole point.
Guys and girls
They're not the same. They're not the same.
This
No.
podcast has taken a turn. So
A turn for the reality.
the fact
Here's
that
the
you
thing.
guys keep coming in here and staying in
This
here
is what I'm saying. Listen, what I'm trying to tell you is that a guy allowing an evil woman to stab him because she's hot makes total sense because we're shallow.
Okay, but
You're not. Women aren't capable of that level of pure physical. Oh, he's so hot that I don't care what he does. See what we're doing? We're angering the spirits. But it's a testament to your what you look for in people. It matters who they are. They can't just be
it's
so.
the right thing to do.
They can't
You
just
should
be
say
so
the name. I'm
gorgeous.
not saying the name. Like I will take that to my grave.
But because he was nice, the love was intensified. Had he been a jerk, you prayed for it. Please be a jerk so I can't, because that's what the difference is.
The problem is though, like especially that was what I was getting at.
It's a deal breaker.
If he was a jerk, like I probably still would have been in love with him. Like,
But it affects it.
will she let Keanu stab her? For Keanu Reeves, do whatever he wanted. If he wanted to, I mean,
I
like,
think that's
if he
kinda what she
wanted to
was
go
hoping for.
full John Wick on me, like, I'm done.
No,
Like,
she
I'm
wouldn't.
a goner.
No, she wouldn't.
I 100%
Even if
would.
he just said something mean to you, you wouldn't be interested in him anymore.
See, that's the thing though. Like, there's a couple of things where,
There's
like,
no way you would tolerate that. Honestly, if he was like just rude to you in front of your friends, just called you a dumb bitch or something like that.
if it was Keanu Reeves in the state he's in today and people knew who he was and knew everything about, like,
You can't take that into consideration. This
Okay,
is hypothetical,
so
and my
we're
point
just-
is
you're-
that his personality matters. So if he, at his peak of his good looks, when you say he was the hottest and the most
and is
attractive in the
he,
world,
do
if
people
he
know
called you a
him?
dumb bitch in front of your friends, you wouldn't be interested. You couldn't get over that. You couldn't.
See?
It's not a bad thing to admit. It's not. All I'm
don't
telling
know. Like,
you
I
is you're
feel
not
like I
shallow
could.
enough to just go ahead and be with him just because he looks that good. It doesn't matter that much to you. It can't.
That's true.
It's in your DNA. I'm telling you. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just the truth.
No, like, I don't.
Women are built that way. You guys care more about that.
Are we
The
bringing
reason
you
I'm
in
married
back?
is because of that. That's honestly.
Do you want the headphones?
What's going on?
We're bringing in our first guest.
You're not bringing in a guest.
Oh, it's
Pretending
Keith.
to.
It's mediating.
He's mediating. We're not going to like throw blows or anything. We're having a good conversation about Disney.
This is now like, no, that I think Disney was like 10 minutes ago. We're on to like hypothetical situations.
You said
now.
Keanu Reeves. I think it's Disney.
Keanu Reeves has nothing to do with Disney.
He's
Isn't
evil.
this a paranormal show?
I don't know.
We should be talking paranormal.
We should.
Have you ever had coffee kolsch?
What is that?
Coffee Kolsch?
Yeah, it's a beer.
Oh no.
So if anybody else has ever had coffee kolsch,
Bring us
what
some.
they do is they brew the beer with coffee.
Oh,
So
they were talking about this earlier, and it got all chunky, and they let it go bad.
Well,
This is somebody
so
else.
it's really weird because when you drink it, I'm changing subjects again. Dude.
Okay.
When you drink the coffee kolsch, you taste beer and coffee at the same time, and it screws with you. I mean, I liked it the first couple times I had it, but definitely try it.
I think the one they were talking about earlier was the barrel aged coffee.
But it's a coffee. When you're talking about that alcohol or depressant mixed with the caffeine and the upper thing, is aside from being kind of fun, it's a little dangerous.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's because it's and so at the same time, it's not. It's cool. It's a good thing. They do that with the Red Bulls and stuff, or the energy drinks that have liquid in them too.
See, well, that's what we were trying to get at, Wendy. Like, is it okay? Do we like it? And his point is that no, it's not. And I'm like, would I?
No,
I don't know. I don't know.
I know you say you don't know, but I'm just telling you.
I
you
don't
would.
know. I
maybe
think
you would. It seems it's very unlikely. It's a real low percentage shot.
we're in a hypothetical situation. If I was
Right.
really faced with a situation like
You know you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because that's okay. And again, that's not to your detriment. It's a compliment. And it's something that I think is admirable about women is that it really matters who you are, not just what you look like. Whereas dudes will put up with a lot of crap from a girl who's hot.
It's called the supermodel effect.
Whatever it is, it's a horrible thing to be the victim of. Because it is. It's like you'll put up with absolute horrible treatment from someone just because you have an attraction to them. Like it's unhealthy attraction.
I mean,
I've been a victim of this in my life, and it's a terrible thing.
My sister.
It's a terrible thing. I didn't.
Hi, Sedona.
Sedona.
Oh, I hope God she's not watching this because I'm supposed to be moving into her.
Welcome to the Jack and Kendra Hour.
I know, like seriously. I'm
Call
having
in
a
with
blast.
your.
Do you have a chemical imbalance? Do you question your existence? We're here for you.
I'm having a blast doing this. I don't know why I didn't interrupt him sooner. I'm just taking
Well,
off the host. No, I'm
You
kidding.
had no idea. You had no
kidding.
idea. He's like, who's that guy? He's a weirdo that comes around every once in a
Once
while.
Papa Joey comes back, we'll jump back in.
Yeah.
I don't even know where he is.
He's
running
inside
sound
listening
inside.
to the
Okay.
young stupid guys. I think his point though is that it's all guys.
But this
all
is the thing.
time.
It would be neat if it was something that we could definitively grow out of. But I think there's a level that it always exists in us at a certain level. You know, whether or not we become mature enough to work through it is another story, and that's just a good case by case and what kind of life you've lived.
Yeah.
But it's always in you. Like, dude, you're just stupid that way. Gorgeous woman comes up and just goes hi, and we're just like, and then you get this you know what I mean? And it's an awful voodoo thing that exists in our DNA at a genetic level.
Voodoo
Like,
thing.
and guys that have attuned themselves to it know that when she walks in, we just leave. I'm leaving. I'm not even giving her the opportunity to talk to me. I don't care. Dude's like, look at that. I'm like, nope, bye. Because nothing good comes of me knowing that person. Nothing. It's just the reality of being a guy. It's a
So to
terrible
jump
place.
back in and reiterate here, we are at Ghost of Globe Paracon. We are not Keith and Joey. That's Keith. Joey's in there. I'm Kendra Ashley. This is Jack. We took over the podcast to give them a little break, and we are really just
driving it in the ground.
Tangents.
Yeah.
Tangents.
Do you like consistency in your stories and podcasts? Well,
That's not.
turn the channel.
Yeah, we're not for
We
you.
are spastic as all good. That's right. All over the place.
I know we're really the and part of this podcast.
I was kind of thinking we were the ... at the end.
You know what? Yeah, we're the ellipses.
Oh, look at that. That was an A+ word that I would never thought of.
I'm going to grab Joey so that we have another guest coming on.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you guys.
Yes.
Um,
Return to our regularly scheduled program.
In just one moment.
What'd you do? Oh, never mind.
You
You don't have to be rude about it, man. That's not cool.
Is it bad that this really makes me want to start a podcast?
No, it's what it's supposed to do. I mean,
Yeah.
good conversation. And honestly, like, when you have open forum podcasts, they can attest to this. If you've ever seen any of their shows that I've been on, it just gets bad.
It just gets.
It does. I'm not good at staying on topic. And one thing leads to
Alrighty,
another.
if you guys end up wanting us back on here later in the day, flood their comments and tell us, bring back Kendra and Jack. They're super fun. They're really annoying, but we want to listen.
Wait till I get some beer in them. Then it'll be super cool.
I don't drink, but
Neither do I. So it'll be really cool. We'll just sit here and hold bottles and be like, oh, we're wasted now. We're like this because of the alcohol, not because we're weird. Blaming all the drugs.
all right.
Joey, where'd you go?
So without further ado, please welcome your actual podcast hosts.
One of them. The
Keith
other
is
one.
over there. Joey is behind me.
He's soliciting talent.
And we will see you guys later.
Joey's on your side.
Bye.
everybody. Thanks for sitting there and doing your thing.
my
Come on, buddies. Let's make fun.
Bye.
Having fun?
Have you seen that show, Naked and Alone?
Makes me want to start a podcast.
What's that?
Naked and Alone.
Bye, everybody.
You guys were awesome.
Yeah, we're fine.
I liked it.
Your headphones are sweaty
That
now.
was fun.
Your headphones are good and sweaty.
I want to do an episode on haunted Disney stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Do your thing, man.
Yeah.
We got a lavalier microphone.
Oh, okay. In the middle?
Yes, sir.
That's a good place to be, I guess.
Stuck in the middle.
That's all I need.
Right?
Thermos.
I don't need anything else.
Pick a spot. Tom, what was your last name? Foster?
Yeah, Foster.
Don't mind leaving that.
No, I'll hang on to it.
And then I will unmute you, and you should be there.
Got it.
Are
we here?
Well,
Chester?
you're here.
Yep.
Just got to wait for that motorcycle to go through.
We can really hear that motorcycle.
Yeah. Wait till the train comes by.
Yeah, haven't heard that yet.
It's 30 feet down that way.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
And it's loud. They love to blow.
Do
that
they
whistle.
come through quite a bit? Or?
In the evenings, usually,
Yeah.
sometimes in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah. It's great for investigations at the jail.
Oh, look at that.
All right, so we're here with Tom Foster. Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what you do up here.
Okay, I'm executive director of the Blaine Plaza Museum in Miami, Arizona, not Florida. And you always have to put that Arizona at the end,
Right,
because a lot of
right.
people, Miami, what are you doing here?
You're right. You're one way
But,
from home.
yeah, I run the museum, so basically everything from wash windows to write grants and do a lot of different things. Have the last few years gotten involved with Arizona Historical Society, so I'm on their board of directors now, and I work with their outreach committee.
Okay.
So we work with all the other certified museums within the system within Arizona,
Very cool.
which is pretty neat because
Yeah.
it gives us a chance to get out and see a lot of different people and work with the museums and grants and other information. So
Very cool.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
We haven't personally been able to see Blaine Plaza yet, but
No.
we heard it was big.
It is.
What's some of the history behind it?
The history behind it, it was built in 1923, and it was built by Trost and Trost of El Paso.
Okay.
They built a lot of buildings in the Southwest, including the Gadsden Hotel down in Douglas.
I haven't been there.
Okay, you need to go. Yeah, I think it's a 9th step up. It's a marble stairway. It's really beautiful.
Oh, okay.
The ninth, I think it's 7th or 9th step has a chip in it. And the story goes that Pancho Villa came in on his horse into the hotel, and he rode up the stairway to take a look at the battle to see how things were going.
Right.
And the horse chipped the stairway. So there's a big history
That's cool.
history
That's
thing
very-
there. Yeah.
very cool.
So 1923, it was built as a segregated school. So Native American and Mexican American kids only till about 1950-51 when it was desegregated.
Okay.
And it went on as a school from there till about 1994. And then it was closed
Mm-hmm.
for good. And shortly after that, it was turned into a cultural center and museum, which acts today as the same.
Yeah, I've never been to Douglas. I got to get down there for sure.
Douglas is really neat, and the Gadsden is worth it. The interior of that is absolutely beautiful. And so a lot of history, and of course you're not far. You're just down the road from Tombstone in Benson.
Yeah.
And Cochise County, the Dragoons, there was a lot of history that went on in there. So
Right.
it's a fun area. Yeah, really, really a lot. So, we've been a museum since about 2000, 2001.
Okay.
And as of late, there's been more and more activity there. I experience things off and on, but sort of have a deal, with the entities that are there, and I more or less stay out of their way, and they stay out of my office.
Right.
And you still get the, as you're working on something, someone standing over your shoulder.
Right.
Voices every so often. We have a lady downstairs. She stays pretty much in that lobby area, and every so often we hear her. Usually, hello. We'll get a hello, like someone's lost. Hello, like they're looking for someone.
Like audible or on a
Audible.
recording? Really?
Audible,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
And then she talks to us, my volunteers and myself. So every so often I'll get Tom, Tom, or they'll call one of the other volunteers' names. So
Wow.
yeah, so it's active, but it's just sort of subtle till after dark, and then it starts to get busy.
It starts to get
Yeah.
busy.
So
What would you attribute the uptake in activity to, though? You said it seems to be getting busier and busier.
I think I attribute it to what's going on in the paranormal community. There's more investigations across the board everywhere,
Right.
in the world as well as here in North America and the
Right.
Southwest. And every time the door is opened, the question's asked, can you talk to me? Will you talk to me? Can you make a noise? Can you touch me on the shoulder?
Right.
Every time you summon that, I think the veil gets a little thinner, a little more translucent. You're summoning energy.
Right. Right.
Whether it's dimensional or whether it's residual, I don't know. But the more you ask and the more you query, I think the more you pull in.
It's a good point.
Yeah, I think more and more now we're drawing more of that in. To that end, I don't know yet.
Right.
And that'll be an interesting part of history as it develops in the future.
Definitely.
Yeah. You think it's working the same way on the other side? You say we've got an uptake in paranormal investigators, on this side of the veil. But do you think on the other side of the veil, they're like, well, maybe there's something to this people talking to us. I don't know,
it may be. I mean, you're opening a channel and you're making it available. And I don't know, visually, I don't know. You can look on the other side of the veil and you can see a line of entities there, and calling number 53, and the guy comes up or the lady comes up and, I'm 53. Okay, you're next.
Right.
And you're at Bullion Plaza in Gila County in Southern Arizona. You got about 20 minutes and then we're going to cut you off. And, you find out a lot of times that some of the entities are really shy. And so you'll get 15 seconds of reading and it's gone, and you go here and you get another 15 behind you, another 15, right. Another off on this side.
Right.
It's really interesting. I think some of them, and especially at Bullion, I think they are a little shy.
Yeah.
There's a couple that are a little more intense, but I think they're just sort of shy.
And we always talk about that, as the paranormal field gets bigger, there's more and more technology being introduced. And I think the spirits, they don't know what these things are when they see them.
Yeah.
So I think they tend to shy away from that until they get to know it.
Yeah, until they get to know it
Right.
and explain it. I mean, H.G. Wells photographing fairies back in the 1890s.
Right.
They had cameras and they picked up on a lot of that. And I think probably 99% of it was theatrical, but there's some photographs out there that were pretty compelling that I think may have been real.
Possibly.
And again, when you start to ask questions and draw that in, I think some of it actually is able to come through.
Right.
It does take a certain amount of energy, but everything's energy. So
everything. Yeah.
that's why some of this equipment, I think, goes dead.
That's exactly. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. We've seen it happen.
Yeah, we've had people go into the jail here, the 1910 jail, brand new batteries, and they walk in the door and they're in 10 feet. Equipment's dead.
Yep.
We've had folks from the news channels come in, new battery packs come in, cameras are dead. And so it has to draw that energy from somewhere.
Yeah. I think our very first night in the jail, that happened to us. One of our camcorders died. Like it was fully charged, and then 5 minutes later, it was like,
the one holding down.
When you were home, it just died on us.
And I've explained to a lot of the investigators as they're standing outside the door, turn your equipment on. And as they walk in the door, they get stuff. And there was one group from San Diego came in and had the recorder on. They walked in the door about 20 feet. The lights lit up. Everything was wild. And I said, oh, I think we got something. Well, when they played it back, there was a male voice with sort of an Irish accent. It says, howdy, fellas.
Interesting.
Yeah, and we didn't hear it. They felt it. They played it back, and it was audible. And it was just sort of that, hi, come on in.
That's cool.
Cool. So yeah, there's a lot going out there in the paranormal community, and as the equipment gets better and more sensitive, we're going to be able to pick up more.
Right. Now, you would consider yourself a historian, right? I mean, to a degree.
Sort of an amateur historian. I don't have a degree.
So, would you say, have you always had an interest in the paranormal, or has paranormal always been around in your life?
Yeah, okay. I've always had an interest in it. Since I was a young child. It went away for a few years when I was a teenager.
Okay.
And then it came back, but it was different then. There was a different approach to it, a different angle, and looking for different things. And I've really gotten away from doing the investigations now. I'll host them, I'll bring people in and get them set up, but I'm not actively doing it. And with Zach, here a few months ago, we were upstairs. And it was really interesting. Both Zach and I picked up the same thing at the same time, which I wasn't on the investigation. I was just there. So I really wasn't looking for anything.
It just happened.
Just happened. And, I was asked, are you okay? And I said, no, because the energy's here and, I can feel it. So that was cool. So we'll see how that shakes out on the TV.
That'll be cool to see. Yeah.
You know when that's coming out?
Probably not this season. Now, from what I was told, a couple other people, I guess the new season's out, so it'll probably be the next one up.
season. Okay.
And they had a lot of material, so the editors, I'm sure, had a real good time with that.
Yeah.
Trying to bring it down to, where it'll fit into, the segment.
Right.
But I wasn't there for the lockdown. I let them in, but I think they got a lot.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So going back to Bullion Plaza,
sure.
Being such a big place, what all encompassed that at one time? I mean, was it like stores? Was it?
There's primarily that was like farmland, ranch land.
Okay.
The far south end of the building, on the east side, there's a massive crawl space. We have a boiler room down there now that's empty. It's been all cleaned and abated and everything, but there's a crawl space beyond that. And as you crawl to the far end of the building, there's still walls down there, foundations that are left. And so there were some homes in there, some houses and like that. So I've never really researched who exactly lived there. There was some Native American activity behind where Bullion is now. So there was some structures back there, and a lot of habitation for quite a few years. So, but yeah, that's one of the things I really need to do more.
Look into the history.
Is look into the history and find out exactly what was there and who was there.
Very cool. I want to go check it out. I've never been there.
You need to come.
Yeah, for sure.
It's amazing. Yeah, it really is. It's a neat building with the exhibits. The building's neat. Exhibits are good. But then after dark, it gets interesting.
Gets interesting.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That'll be good for the people going there tonight. Huh?
I'm thinking they'll have a good time this evening. Yeah.
That's good. Do you have you work on a website or anything? Do you have any social media that you?
Yeah, we do. Bullion Plaza Cultural Center is our Facebook page.
Okay.
We have some videos out on YouTube under Bullion Plaza, either Bullion Plaza Museum or Bullion Plaza Cultural Center. They'll find that. We have one ghost video on there now, paranormal video, and then part of an investigation on the death of an inmate at the jail in 1911.
Okay.
So we've recreated that. We've recreated that through coroner's inquest. So we sort of put together a 6-minute video on probably what transpired through the inquest and what happened inside the courthouse, when it evolved.
Okay.
So that's pretty good.
Cool. Very cool.
So we have those two out. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll have to check that out. So go check it out, Bullion Plaza. Are you from Globe originally? Or?
No, I'm from a little west, Southern California.
Oh, okay. A little west.
Yeah. Don't tell anybody that I said that. But no, I grew up in Southern California. It was a lot different.
Yeah.
It was just a different reality. The people were different. The landscape was different. It's changed a lot now. I moved to Arizona back in the early 70s to go to school, and I've stayed here ever since.
Okay.
I love the energy here. I love the environment. Love the landscape.
Yeah.
Although I do miss green on occasion, so I have to go somewhere else to see that. But unless you're down in some of the washes here, where the cottonwoods are coming up, where the water's close to the surface.
Yeah, you'll see all the green.
Yeah, and you can do that, and it's amazing where you find
beautiful.
that.
Yeah. I think Globe and Miami. I mean, they're just beautiful towns. That,
Yeah, they are.
Need more recognition. I think.
They really do. I work with the Chamber of Commerce here, and we hear more often than not, oh yeah, we were headed to Lordsburg or to Silver City, or we were coming back from New Mexico or Sholo, and we came through here. But they came through. They didn't stop.
Right.
And so what we're working on more and more now is to gain more recognition and energy, so the people that are traveling through here stop and enjoy our Mexican food.
Yeah.
And, some of the antique shops, and of course some of the old buildings like the courthouse and jail.
Yeah.
Which are amazing.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Secretly, I'm working on getting a documentary going for
I won't
Globe.
tell
So.
anyone.
It's not a secret now.
Yeah, no, nobody heard that.
It hasn't been a secret for a while. I'm just joking about that. But no,
Yeah.
we like to do a documentary not only about the paranormal side of it, but the historical side of it as
Yeah.
well. Because I believe this is a town that needs more recognition. That needs you need the tourism.
It does, and the paranormal and the history here are really inseparable. I mean, there's there's so much history here, and the history itself with the energy that's entwined with it. It adds to that paranormal side.
Right.
And there were a lot of people here, a lot of violence, a lot of upheaval. So, it's here.
Yeah.
And of course, all the minerals that are here.
Yeah.
The copper, gold, silver. Yeah, we're a giant sink, the transmitter receiver.
Yep.
I think we draw a lot of it in. That's just my.
No, I agree. I agree with that. Is that you or me?
I'm not
Or
sure.
me.
Let me.
No, it's not you. It might. No, it's not you.
I just muted me.
I don't know why you're feeding so bad today. That's weird. It's bizarre.
It's not your
This
fault.
is not our normal setup. We have a whole studio that has different mics and stuff. So.
I can imagine, and you're lucky today because the wind has been kind to you.
Well, we could use a little wind, but
Yeah.
Oh, we got another raffle. Would you like to do the honors and pull a name?
Okay, here. One. Okay. Oh, jeez. Debbie.
Oh, what's the number?
Must be Branning, right?
Yeah, that's how she spells her name.
Yeah, 878-176.
Thank you, thank you.
Sure. She'll
And
be
she's
happy
here.
that I did that. It's okay, Debbie.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. You're welcome.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, it was.
We had somebody here that won. That's good.
Mhm.
That's perfect.
Yeah, instead of calling 8 names and finding. Yeah. So
That's
that may
so
be me
bizarre.
leaning in.
No, it's not. I don't think it's you.
I muted you now.
I know.
I don't know.
There you go.
That's somebody. I don't know.
So anyway, yeah, that
Well, cool.
I think that sort of sums it up. I don't know.
No, that's I want to check out the Land Pause. I haven't had the chance to do it, and get up to Douglas too. After you said that, that's,
Oh yeah, Douglas is neat. And then we have people here, some paranormal folks from Clifton, Morenci.
we were talking to them earlier.
Yeah, which is sort of a lost gem hidden up in a mining community that's been there since the 1870s. It's amazing. Some of the buildings are there, the train depot. It's just a neat place to go visit.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Put that on our bucket list.
Yeah, add
To
that
do
to the list,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Well, cool. Well, thank you for your time. I
Well,
appreciate
thank you.
coming to talk to us. It was
Sure.
a pleasure meeting you.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
And
good
I'm
meeting you.
sure we will see you.
I'm hoping. Yeah,
Would you like
I-
a koozie?
Would you like a koozie?
sure. The
Any color you want.
green's good. It's a good Irish
There
color.
you go. There you go. I like
Yeah.
that. Very good.
So yeah, please
Look at
come.
Irish.
Please come visit. Come say hello,
Absolutely, we will.
and we'll have to talk more about your documentary.
Yeah.
That sounds
We-
good.
That's why I brought it up.
I sort of figured there might be an intent in there somewhere.
Absolutely.
But anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you so much.
See ya.
Grab that off you.
Yeah. Before I wandered away with
That would be, a trip. That's what we call a tripping hazard.
Thanks again,
you.
guys.
Thank you. It was
Appreciate
a
Yep.
pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, you as well. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, Tom Foster, everybody.
So many places we need to go.
I know.
and
It's like, Arizona is just a mecca of paranormal spots to check out. I mean, it's crazy.
work gets in the way.
Life gets in the way.
Well, that too.
We don't all have all the time like Vinny's got,
Oh, what did I do with my water? It's probably back here.
It's behind you, your smart water. Hey guys, we didn't forget about you on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. We really appreciate it. It's been a fun day. Met a lot of cool people. Hope you guys enjoyed it from home there. Those of you that didn't have the opportunity to come up here and check it out. But if you ever do come to Arizona, Globe is definitely a spot you need to check out. Globe and Miami.
Yes.
Definitely both. Awesome places.
Yeah, that Super Horror Show Mike said that made you.
What'd you win, Debbie?
Yay!
Come show us what you won.
It's a winner.
Come on back. Show us what you won. Either way.
Just don't bump your head on that.
Bumping my head doesn't come. They're having a wonderful drawing over there right now. Now I can
Yeah.
become a professional.
Here, let me hook you up.
gold sponge.
What'd you get?
Yeah. Oh, well.
Where do you want that? Put it on me.
Anywhere you're comfortable.
Anywhere I can put it. Okay. Can you hear me now?
We can.
Am I hearing music?
Oh,
It's probably a car.
Oh, must be. That's interesting.
That's interesting. I think when that kicked on, maybe turn us down a
Or is
little
it
bit.
me?
No, it's us. It's only when we're on for some reason. It's weird.
It's interesting.
My heart monitor?
You have music
let's see,
playing
this
in your
is-
heart?
It's like a pretty good.
I know I won a wonderful prize from the PAX team. I can
Laser grid.
yeah, I can
You want me to hold
become a
something?
professional.
Look at you.
Especially with this.
You are a professional.
You got to have one of those.
I know. Is this and it's
It's got a battery in it too.
yeah, it's got a
Look
battery
at that.
in it.
You're all set to go.
So get your cell phone by it and we'll talk. And what
Watch
else I
that
get?
baby light up.
I can take notes now.
Very cool. Look at that.
You never take notes, though, do you?
Never. Never.
Deb Branding, everybody.
You should
Just to let
see
you know
my
who's sitting with us.
my writing room. It's like thousands of notes everywhere. What else I get?
Oh, a cat
Oh,
ball.
the cat ball.
I was really wanting a cat ball. I was like thinking this will be like really, really cool.
That is a
This
sweet
is
gift.
like a Christmas present.
I'm telling you, you scored.
I can open my beer now.
Well,
Oh,
did you
look
get a
at that.
koozie from
I
me?
can get a koozie though. I need a koozie to put the beer in so I can open
Yeah,
We got a lot of different colors if you don't want
yeah.
to
I mean,
colors.
there's more over here too.
it. Let's do the green.
Like the neon green,
Neon or
The regular green.
regular green.
Regular green.
There you go.
There you go. I'll put
Got
that in. I'll put
got a
that
Beer
Beer
in.
opener and a koozie.
And I got a calendar so I know when to do my next.
What's up? You scored, man. That's a good one. That's a nice little gift set.
And keep evil away. Have some silver.
oh, it's a crystal.
crystal.
That's a serious crystal, isn't it?
Yeah, that looks heavy.
It is
It
heavy.
is very heavy.
That's
This
really
was
cool.
quite the prize package.
No
Wow.
kidding. That's nice.
And what's this?
Oh,
This is the light for the crystal, so you can put that on there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Where's the bad thing? Oh, here it is.
That might have a little.
I'll probably mess it up and break it. So, but you put it on there and then it'll light up.
Yeah, that's cool. Very cool.
It'll look
That's really neat.
wonderful. Yeah, this is an excellent prize.
well, that sets the
I never win
stage.
anything.
Obvious.
It really does. Very good. That was a good prize packet.
I'm gonna shut this off so I don't lose the battery on that. There we go.
Well, what is your latest book that's out?
Well, the latest one that came out this past September was the Arizona's Haunted Route 66.
I have that one.
And that one was a blast to do. I tell you, we went out, must have been, last year was 2021, so we must have went out in 2020 during all the COVID stuff and 2021. And we did it in 3 segments. And I took, my little posse of 5, and we would go do one section, go back home, make sure everybody was still healthy, and and we'd go back and do another section. We did it in 4 sections, and it was kind of therapy, knowing that you can still travel.
Yeah.
Because everybody was afraid we're never going to be able to go anywhere ever again, and it was very good therapy for that. For that reason, we could still go out there and travel, still go out there and do paranormal investigations. What was nice was not a lot of people were traveling, so we'd end up at places such as like the Navajo County courthouse up there, and we'd walk in and we'd be the only people. They'd go like, "Oh, place is yours, go for it." So we would wander around in the building and go anywhere we wanted. We went in Winslow, we went to Bojo's. It's a little kind of sports bar, and the thing there, I did a paranormal investigation there probably like 10 years before that.
Right.
And I remembered, there used to be a trap door in the bar, and some of the guys had gone down at that time, and they were, going in the basements, and they got kind of nervous because they were, it was getting dark, and they're like, "Oh, we might not find our way back." So I was asking the waitress, they goes, "Where's the trap door?" Because they put tile on there now, so it's not there anymore.
Oh,
She goes, "I don't know. I've only been working here a few months." And she goes, "Let me call the boss." So she called the owner. And then the next thing I'm on the phone with him, and he goes, "Well, do you guys want to go down there?" And I'm like, silly question. Of course
we do.
So and then we're tromping down,
into the basement there and going as far as we could. And there was TLC's here today too. And we kept saying, look up, find that trapdoor. And they found it. It was there. You just couldn't see from the top anymore.
Oh, that's cool.
It's tiled over.
It's tiled over, but that was very cool. So we got to do a little prompter things like the Apache Cave, and we stayed in the teepees. We tried to stay in Route 66 motels, so we'd have that feeling of what it was like back there.
That's cool.
It was really a lot of fun, and I just found out the other day that if I really, really, really want to, I can do Route 66 Texas, the haunted
that'd be cool.
which is good because that's only like 180 miles. I'm like, yes, but getting there will be the tricky part.
Right.
Does that go across the panhandle?
It'll still be, it just goes across the panhandle. It'll still be like a 4-day adventure because you got to get there first and then make your way back.
But that's so cool to be able to do something.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
then this fall, September 26th, we will have Haunted Globe. And that one was a lot of fun too. It was so much fun going around to the buildings, working with the historians, and they were sending me newspaper articles. And did you ever hear this story? And this was a very This place was worse than Tombstone any day.
As far as like violence goes, or just
it was just there were a lot of murders,
Right.
and suicides, and just craziness was here. Yeah. And I don't think it's just the energies, it's just lawless. So yeah, that's coming out in the fall. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'll probably be up here a few times doing book signings up here.
Very cool.
Sweet.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. So that's what's been going on.
Do we have to announce our next?
I think, because we got.
Yeah, your next guy's coming up, or girl's coming up.
It's Candace.
At 4:15.
4:15. That's 4 minutes away.
That means we need to stop the recording in there and start a new one soon.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for having a little chat.
No problem.
Thank you.
We had the pleasure of having you on our show, our paranormal talk, one time.
Yeah.
We'd love to do it again with you. One of the most fascinating things that you do that I always love to hear about is your restoration of the
cemetery.
cemetery.
Yeah.
That's just so
Cindy's
cool.
in there too, and Cindy does. She's like the head of the committee, so we're always down at the cemetery fixing something. They just had some vandalism there in the past few weeks. Because we're so close to that homeless area, and I don't know if they're coming in there and just thinking that sounds like a fun thing to do. But now we got to go back and fix some things that we just completed now. This past springtime, I think it was. Yeah.
That's the coolest thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really rewarding when you complete a tombstone.
Cool. Awesome. Well, it's good seeing you again.
All right. Nice to be here.
And you got a nice little prize package to
this
take
has
home
been
there.
a really fun event. I'm glad I came.
Yeah.
Came up for the day to relax and enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great day. Met a lot of cool people. And, it's been
A lot of
fun.
people I know up here, so it's been fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And now it's just really pleasant.
Now
out
it's
here.
nice.
Now that the sun's down and we're not.
Now it's getting nice.
Yeah, now it's beautiful.
Yeah. All right.
Well, good. Enjoy your toys. Enjoy.
All
What
right.
are you investigating tonight? Where are you going tonight?
We didn't sign up for one. We're
you didn't?
we're staying up at the Crystal Cola. This is the B&B up here, and it's pretty haunted in itself.
Is it?
Yeah. And all the girls are here. All my little cronies are here, so we're all going to be there together.
Oh, cool. That'll be
again.
exciting.
So we should come up with something between all of us.
Right.
So, yeah.
Very cool.
Sweet.
Well, it's always a pleasure.
All right. Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
All right. Anytime at all.
Yeah,
Let me know.
we'll have you on another show for sure.
Yeah. Especially this fall when the new book comes out.
There you go. We can do that. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
100%.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Thank you. Getting all kinds of EVPs coming through my headphones
Maybe I
here.
have to wear this forever. Not only did I win,
You won a lavalier.
You want a lavalier.
I won it all. All right, thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Cute.
Speaking of EVPs,
Yeah. EVP master.
the master himself. What
you
up,
doing?
Tony? How you doing,
Good to
man?
see you,
Good to
Tony.
see you.
Here, lift yourself up. This has been a very enjoyable day.
It has. It's been.
Some great people here. And I got an opportunity to talk about EVPs, spirit boxes, direct radio voice. So can't beat that.
Your day's complete.
It is. It is.
We start. Hey, you can come over. See,
I'll slide.
You're getting us into trouble.
I'll tell you what. Shuri, come sit in my chair. No, really.
She can squeeze in. She can squeeze in here.
Come on, I'm right. I know, I can. There you go.
And her voice carries, which is nice. So she don't even need a mic.
I'll move it to my right side.
There you go. That way we get both you guys.
Mic test, mic test.
No, but this was a really great event. I know this was the first one in Globe, but Globe's got such great history and paranormal activity in so many of the locations, and a lot of people here tonight are going to get to
experience
that based on what they chose. But the Globe Jail, the YMCA building, the train station, and I always forget the last one.
William Plaza.
William Plaza, exactly. Cool.
Which
stuff.
we've never been to.
Yeah,
have you guys been to it yet or no?
No.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun one to do.
This is the actual train station.
Yeah, this is the train depot. Yep.
Train depot, right?
Yep. We've had some good experiences in here too. It's a neat place to investigate. But you guys did the jail with us.
We did.
And you've done it before a couple of times.
Yeah,
so
it's another great location. The last time we did it, well, Rick McCollum and Dylan did it. I was just along for the ride. There's times that you go to a location and there's tons of activities. And there's other times that it's a little slower because you can't predict paranormal activity. Right. It shows up when it wants to show up. Mm-hmm. But I think I've been there 4 or 5 times now, and it's usually pretty active. I mean, you usually walk out of there with some good stuff, and it's a great location. Plus, it's just so cool to see what jail would have been like back then.
Right.
Not comfortable at all. I mean, especially in this heat, shoved into a metal cell with metal beds and no air conditioning, and it couldn't have been fun.
And they're very, very small.
Narrow.
Very small. Yeah.
In one cell, probably there's like 4 people.
There's 4 beds, but I think they said there were only 2. I don't know. It's depending on how overcrowded they were.
Yeah, right.
But it was a bad weekend. Who knows?
We keep trying to convince Vinny to do an overnight.
Yes.
And I think that'd be a lot of fun for us.
That would be
to do.
a lot.
I think it'd be really cool to do that.
He's teased us with that for 4 years.
Where'd he go?
You guys got to investigate the actual courthouse, didn't you?
We did.
Because I remember that whistling.
It was very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Joe actually met the people over there who have the woodworking stuff. Their shop is in the basement of the courthouse.
Really?
So all
kidding.
the underground, he got their card, and then they went over to the courthouse and talked to the guy that was in there, and he was telling them, we're paranormal investigators. And he said, the guy in there said, "Hey, do you guys want to investigate this?" And they're like, "Yeah.
Let me think about that. Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Very cool.
That's really cool. But it's a great town. It really is.
Yeah, we caught some cool stuff. I think I sent you.
You did.
That little recording that we got.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was crazy.
That was awesome.
Nuts. It was cool.
And we set up parabolic mics in there that night. We were there with Carrie and
when we did the first.
I probably had a good 5-minute conversation where voices were just coming out of nowhere, and they were talking about all sorts of things. They were screaming at each other and sounded like arguing and fighting and negative comments. And
was that in the jail or the
that was
court?
in the jail?
That was in the jail. Well, yeah. If you think about it, back at the time, I'm sure there's a lot of fighting and arguing.
Tons of
yeah,
it, sure.
yeah, absolutely.
It was cool.
So you guys have your podcast, which is Entity Voices Paranormal.
Yep.
Joey and I had the pleasure of doing a couple shows with you guys, and I have to say, out of everybody we've talked to, you guys just have the most incredible evidence.
Thank you.
I mean, like the evidence from the Phelps Dodge still gets me.
The shadow.
The most incredible thing, I think, was when you asked Cherie what the best thing was about investigating with her husband, and she looked at me blank faced, and then she said, "Give me something."
I remember that.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
funny.
So
Wait, you want me to tell you what the best part of investigating with him is?
What? Up until
I want to
now,
ask
I'm still
Cherie,
thinking.
how was he to live with after the
Oh my God.
Destination
12
Fair
years?
episode aired?
I wasn't there.
I know. So how was he to live with though after it aired?
I don't know.
Did I change?
I guess so.
How did I change?
No, because we haven't investigated after that.
No, he's asking you if I changed.
No, you did not.
No,
Did he
okay.
become a superstar?
Yeah, no. What was I on for 30 seconds between the 3 clips?
You did a great job, though.
You did do a
So
great job.
my granddaughters were really impressed. They go, you know him? Wow.
See, you are a celebrity.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
We
it's
miss
cool.
that building. We really do. And we had almost 4
It's
years,
too
3.5.
bad, you guys.
We would have loved to have been able to take you down there, and it's still sitting empty. The owner wants nothing to do with paranormal, and it just kills me.
I thought they sold it.
They did. The
That's
new
what I thought,
owner,
yeah.
they said, wants nothing
really
to do
nothing?
with paranormal. We asked and asked and asked,
That's so
but he still
sad.
hasn't sold it, and I don't think he probably will anytime soon. So
Well, the building is dilapidated, isn't it? I mean,
it's got roof issues. Water gets in when monsoon season comes in June, July, or August, whenever it shows up. I mean, every time there's a heavy downfall, the ceiling on the second bow is farther and farther down, and then there were times we'd go in and it'd be laying on the floor, and then we don't know what other damage was caused, but we know that the electric company, when he had it inspected for insurance purposes, said we're shutting this off.
They couldn't pass
and
it.
we're not turning it back on. So now it's no power at all.
Right.
So it's a shame, though. It's
Well,
such a
when you
historic.
investigate, you don't really need power.
Not for
right?
investigation. That's why that building was perfectly suited for
Right.
what we were
Right.
using it for, and it had fantastic activity. But things change and buildings come and go. But
Well,
it's a shame.
that's the sad part because
It's a
you
shame to lose that history.
Right. You think about why we do what we do up here in Globe. We try to maintain these buildings so we have that history.
Right.
And people just throw it away like it's nothing.
Like it's nothing.
You know.
Well, Phoenix is known for that. I mean, any old building that's not being, they will tear that down and build something new in a heartbeat. But
I think the only old building in Phoenix is San Carlos.
no, there's
That's
a couple
what
of them.
they
You got a couple of older hotels.
Historic.
You've got some other warehouses and stuff that have been around quite a while, but they disappear quickly because people think they're a nuisance to look at and they're ugly and they want something. The city wants to build something new to build revenue, but from a history standpoint, it's just sad. It really is sad.
It's very sad. By the way, you just had a birthday, so happy birthday.
Thank you. Yes, I turned 32.
I was gonna say 25.
For the 20th time. But yeah, that happened. I try to not think about it, but
Yeah, we all do. I guess
We
at
were
that
going
point.
to celebrate it at
I know, and then I know that would have been fun. It's just our timing just did not work out.
We'll do like a delayed. We'll
There you
celebrate
go.
it
There
over
you
there.
go.
We'll do something for sure. So what's in the future for you guys? You got anything coming up? Anything exciting that you're
Well, we
gonna
were
do in the
supposed to do something called Static Voices in Ohio. We were supposed to go June 4th, but we went to go book our flights, and the shortest flight was 16 hours. So from here to Ohio, we had a 12-hour layover in Denver.
What?
And coming back was even worse. So we would have spent 4 days traveling for a day event.
Oh, man.
And then everyone else had the same problem too, because we had people coming from across the country. It was us, Steve and Katie Halte, Tim Woolworth,
Ron and Lourdes.
Katie Stafford from what show was he on? Can't remember. Katie Stafford, yeah. But everybody had transportation problems because there's so many less flights in the air.
Yeah, yeah.
So we had to cancel that. But then we were supposed to do Tala,
Yeah.
but it conflicted with Static Voices, and so now we're not going to either of them. But we're here.
Yeah.
But our next major thing, we got a couple things coming up. They released about 4 or 5 months ago a documentary we did called Sounds of the Dead, and then I'm in the Afterlife documentary, and a third one called Why Do You Want to Believe? And then we have another one in the works. I can't say anything yet because it's still hush hush, but it'll probably be DRV full.
I don't like secrets.
You know. I didn't keep it from you.
He's like, stop keeping secrets from me.
Oh,
Oh. So, and then we're going to do some other investigations. Not sure where yet. We haven't picked the locations, but no matter how many you do, there's always a bucket list of items you haven't been to yet.
Oh yeah, you're always going to find that. I'd like to go out to the domes.
What's left of them?
Yeah, what's left of them. But because I keep seeing people advertise that they're going out there, and I thought they were shut down.
They are.
To paranormal
you can
investigating.
get permission. I can't remember the guy's name. The person that would probably know is Debbie. I can't remember his name, but if you contact him, he may give permission. But his biggest problem is because they're
just falling
structurally.
apart.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're not safe. Yeah,
you can literally go in and get crushed.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'll stay on the outside. I'm fine with that. There's plenty of activity on that site.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely. Well, there's some crazy stuff that's gone on out there over the years, so it'd be worth checking out.
Yeah, definitely. So, what are you guys investigating tonight? Are you staying for the investigation?
We are going to be here. I think we're going to check out
The jail. This one.
Well, that's what they're doing, but I think I really want to see the YMCA building. Just 'cause I've never seen it. I understand there was some party going on right next door, which would probably influence EVPs and stuff, but I want to get a feel for it. I want to see how I feel inside it. I want to see what it looks like. It's a pretty good sized building. And I want to check it out. So that's the one I'd like to see.
This is a neat place too.
Yeah.
The depot is really cool, especially
Yes, it
that
is.
little building over there.
But, and to have so many locations in one confined area is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Great city.
Do we have to announce somebody?
Yeah, you guys are probably running out of time, so we won't hold you up, but appreciate the opportunity to get a chance to talk.
Always a pleasure. Always a
right.
pleasure. When are we going to do a show again?
Whenever you want. Matter of fact, we
owe you a show, don't we?
Yes.
We owe you guys a show.
But we want to get you guys on too. Matter of fact, we wanted to have you on last week prior to this, but Chris had another guest. He goes, I filled it. Because I actually wrote to you, and then he wrote back 30 seconds after I sent it, said filled, and I'm like, retract. But we need to get you guys back on too, and maybe even just talk about this or some of the investigations that happened to promote it. So that would be Vinny too, and that would be great.
Absolutely.
Just want to say thank you, Vinny.
Yes. Great event. I know this was the first one, but it came out really, really well. It was enjoyable and some great people here.
So that means he should do it again next year?
Absolutely.
Right.
No doubt
I think he should.
I'm with you. I agree.
All right. Thanks.
All right, guys.
Thank
Hey,
you,
we'll see you.
All right.
Sheree, always a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, so you guys are leaving right later?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Tony and Sheree, everybody. With Entity Voices. Go check them out. They have some incredible evidence, so definitely go check them out. Is it really that time already?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Holy cow.
It's like it's just flying by. 'Cause
I know somebody else that has some books we need to get on.
yeah, absolutely. Do you know him?
I do know him. Do you know him?
Think you got an in somewhere?
I think so.
Yeah.
He's the host of Bios to Books.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I think I know him.
I think he's ignoring us on purpose.
He's got Jack in his ear. See, I got Jack's attention.
But he can't hear.
I'm the one. Oh, my friend. I am so much for putting up with me, bud.
Jack, tell Dan he needs to get up here.
He'll come up. So those of you on Facebook, thanks, and YouTube, thanks for hanging with us today, guys. We really do appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. Tried to give you an inside look of Paracon up here in Globe. Hope you enjoyed everybody we had on today.
Yeah.
It's been a blast. We'll probably re-release little snippets of this.
You don't think some little sit down and watch a 8-hour or
I
longer
don't
nap?
see why not. I don't see why not.
You can watch it in little.
We had people hanging on with us the whole time.
I know.
So
It's been amazing.
It's been great. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for being patient with our little camera debacle we had earlier. So but it worked out. It worked out in the long run. So it's been a lot of fun. I hope Vinny does it again next year because it's a blast having everybody together. And I think we should. I don't know about you because you're not here anymore, but maybe you can come back for Ultra City
I
or
would come
something.
back for that.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd be cool if we could have done this at Vulture City.
I know. Well, we know some people.
Yeah, we do know some people.
We might be able to work that out. So
that's fun.
Problem is, I think reception out there is worse than it is here.
True. I don't think I even got a cell signal out
No,
there.
we'd have to get some kind of satellite internet or something out there. But,
Oh yeah. Well, maybe I'll bring the Starlink. They have the travel version coming out. I haven't tried it yet, but I do have a Starlink satellite. So.
Is it? Are you using it? Does it work good?
I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, okay.
I've been paying for it for quite some time now.
And he hasn't tried it.
And I've been using other things because we're on the move all the time. And what I did notice setting it up, that once you get it in a position where you're going to use it, so you take up to 8 hours for it to pull in all the data and sync up, so it's like, you don't want to constantly move it. So I'm trying to find the exact position that I want to put it in before I commit. So
yeah, I just want to throw out there too, if you guys haven't seen our latest episode, we kind of went off on a music venture here for a little bit. So we started a new series called Now That's Music to My Beers. We're 3 episodes in on that. And our last one was talking about music lyrics. So if you guys like music and you like beer, go check. What? You didn't know about that? You're going to be on one of the shows, so. We don't talk enough. That's the problem.
Well, you can keep it.
So if you guys like music and you like beer, go check us out at The Truth About Beer and check out our 4 seasons worth of mixture of paranormal and all the other crap we like to talk about. So, and paranormal, we both love, Joey and I. So this seems to be the topic we go back to most often. So,
just want me to hold it?
That'll work. How you doing, Dan?
Can you hear me?
You look like you just flew in on like a Yui or something. You're all, what? You got your uniform on.
I got no uniform on. What are you talking about?
How's it going?
It's going good. It's a good day today. Nice people I've met. Some people I've met before, but very nice people.
Yeah, it's cool when you get to see people again.
Yeah, a lot of people seem enthusiastic about what they've done today, which is good. So it's a good show. Good show. I enjoyed it.
So you're here representing your show today, Bios to Books, which you've had some of these people on your show, which is
in fact, cool. I was trying to grab Deb when you had her on, and then somebody distracted me, and then when I looked up, she was gone. So
I think she went inside, probably.
Okay, I don't know, but yes, I had Deb on my show. Yeah. So I try to get as many authors on there as I can that aren't really well known yet,
right?
And or new to the game, so to speak. And that's why it's not well known, because Deb's known. I mean, people know who she is, but new to the game, so to speak.
Right.
Try to get them a little bit more exposure out there and marketing for their books. And usually have about an hour out, 10 minutes of good conversation.
Yeah, you've had some good shows.
Yeah, a lot of people that write books look at the show because they want to hear what other authors have to say. And also a lot of people that read books like listen in and hear how authors got started, what got them interested in writing books and how they write their books, where they get their story ideas. So overall, it's an enjoyable show, and I learned a little bit myself as we go along, because every guest is different. Every guest has their own ideas, so it's interesting. I like it. I enjoy doing it.
So I know you don't consider yourself a paranormal author, but you do have 2 books out that are paranormal.
Correct. So, my second book, Twice Upon a Time, is about time travel mostly. It's about an elderly couple who happened to meet after over 50 years. They had been high school sweethearts, and they meet again 50 some odd years later when both their spouses had passed on, and they reconnect. And I don't want to tell the whole story, but they try to go back in time. And if you look at, you could say they were successful going back in time, but were they? So you have to, you got to get into the story and see where they went from where they were, and did anything really change, or did fate still play a part in their life? So that's basically about one couple that travel back in time. The other book is my third book, Soul of Julie Walker. It's about reincarnation. It's something that I'm always interested in. You guys know that because I've been on your show. We've talked about this. So I decided to write this story based on a lot of research I did on reincarnation itself. Finding out that most of reincarnation involves children. Not all, but most. lost children, going back and telling their parents, I lived once before, or I was this person, or I was this person. They get details that are unbelievable.
Right.
Usually talking about a 5-year-old kid that can tell you how to fly a plane, things like that. So I know a lot of people are skeptical, so am I, but I always leave the door open because I think anything is possible, and especially in the paranormal world. So I keep the door open on reincarnation. So anyway, I wrote this story about a young boy who seems haunted by someone who's passed on already, a World War II soldier who just doesn't want to let go. And he's constantly going after this young 15-year-old boy. And the boy goes to therapy. The parents try everything, and it doesn't get any better. They finally fly back to where if you want to call him the ghost of the soldier, died in the Philippines during the early part of the Second World War. And they meet a lot of very old people that are still alive that tell them what they know about this guy. And eventually it all gets resolved in a kind of crazy way. But it's an interesting story if you really want to believe in reincarnation.
Right.
It's the type of story that will hold your interest, and you'll say, well, you know what? Who knows? It could be.
Well, knowing your love for history, which I do know, we brought you up here to the jail to share some of the history with you and Mom, and you had an experience in the jail.
Oh boy.
Well, we're at a paranormal conference, so you might as well talk about your experience, because for somebody who is skeptical, which I am myself, you had that experience, which was cool.
Well, let me qualify that by saying I really don't like answering this question, because I even hesitated to tell you and Lindsay about this because I felt I went there with expectations of history, because like you say, I love history, and you've been there. Yeah. So you know all the histories on the walls. You can read all these different newspaper articles there. It's a fantastic place to visit, the jail, and it has all this history on the wall. So I was ready to go for that stuff, and I read everything I could read while I was there. I sucked it all in, and when I went up to the second floor, we went to the areas of the jails, and I was being shown an area outside the second floor that was sort of like a walkway to the courthouse, where somebody allegedly had been killed or jumped off, suicide or something.
Yeah.
And I came back in, and I was staring back outside, and I felt this tug on my shirt. And I said, okay. I felt it again. 2 tugs. I turned around, nobody was there. So I said, now that could be my mind, because you're anticipating
you play it up, right?
Ghost or something there. You said it's got to be my mind. I mean, how else can I explain it? So I hesitated telling Keith and Lindsay until we went to dinner that night, and then I shared it with them, and she told me the story about the 2 little girls that were murdered, and that they often appeared there. And I go, well, that ain't good. I said, because now I really don't know. So do I believe it happened? I know it happened. What made it happen? I don't know. To this day, it could have been the wind, but these were real tugs. I mean, it was a tug and then a tug on the back of my shirt.
I mean, one time you could say maybe you brushed up against something, but to have 2 definitive.
And that's not something you're going to just think of in your head all of a sudden.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
So yeah, that's kind of
like
weird.
I said, I'm not a. I guess the word is true believer. I'm not a denier. My door is open on this too, on the paranormal. It's very open. But I mean, I'm skeptical still. So I don't know what caused it, and I don't understand it. But I know something tugged me 2 times, and I can't explain it. And I don't want to tell people that story, because people will either think you're making it up so you get some attention, which is always possible, or you imagine it.
Well, they can say that about any of us. I mean, any of the evidence we bring to them, they can say,
well, that's my whole point. That's why I hesitate telling the story.
Right. But I think your experience was unique. I think it was. I'm glad you experienced it.
Yeah. Well, you could talk to Mom about it. I still talk to her about it sometimes before we go to bed at night. I say, I really don't like that feeling. I hope I never get it again, because there was something about it. It just crept through me, and I can't explain. I've never had that. I mean, I've seen a lot in my life, in the military, in the police, my entire life. I've seen a lot of gruesome things, and I've never felt as freaked out as that moment. I couldn't explain it. So that's where we go with it.
Well, I got to experience Keith's experience in there because I was filming at the time when you got touched. And so, I mean, it's probably the same little girl. It's either Myrtle or Lulu, right?
Yeah, Myrtle and
Was
Lulu.
that the names? I didn't even know that.
So yeah, it could have been one of them. So.
They were murdered by somebody that was killed in the
Kingsley.
in the jail, correct?
Kingsley
If I
Knowles.
remember the right story.
Yep. Yeah. So
again, I can't explain it. I don't know. If somebody said to you, prove it, how are you going to prove it?
You can't. No, that's your
It's not- it's
experience,
not
and
provable.
they're going to take you for it or they're not. So.
You want to hit. You can enjoy the story and take it for what it's worth,
right?
Or just say, yeah, okay, and blow it off. You're entitled to do whatever you want to do.
Yep. So, where can people find your books?
I'm on Amazon.com, Kindle, Barnes and Noble, Scrib, just about every book site I'm on. Also, Walmart's online bookstore.
And Target too, right? You said Target's now carrying your books.
Yes,
cool.
they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's easy. It's easy to find. And you can go by the author, either D. Davidson or Dan Davidson. I do have a co-author, Rich Marcano, but he lives in New York, so he rarely comes out here with me. He does some shows in New York, and I rarely go to New York. So, but we've worked on these 3 books together. We work on every book together. It's long distance writing because he does most of the research and I do most of the writing. But we manage through computer and through telephone to communicate when we do our shows.
So if you're interested in any of those books, you can find them pretty much anywhere ebooks are found or anywhere books are found at this point.
That's not in bookstores themselves,
right?
Because I didn't get to that level.
It's
yet.
all online, yeah.
Right? It's all online, but you can get a printed book or an ebook online with Amazon.
And then your show, Bios to Books, if anybody's interested in watching, is on YouTube, so you can go check it out on YouTube.
Actually, one of your guests today was on Bios to Books.
Joe was just recently on your book. Yep,
he was on. He had a great interview.
Yep,
great. And I also had one of Tony's partners.
Ron was on. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, you've had some paranormal guests on. So
they both enjoyable interviews. Really, I liked them.
Yeah, they were good.
They did a good job.
So if you want to check out that podcast, go check out Bios to Books. I highly recommend it. You get some info on some interesting authors and get to hear kind of behind the scenes. So it's kind of neat.
So how soon before Joe's episode comes out?
That's up to the RCJ Productions.
hopefully very soon. I'm working on it.
They were both very interesting.
Yeah, they were great.
I mean, they opened up and it was terrific.
They were great conversations.
In fact, I plan on mentioning it before it comes out on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, whatever else I'm on, because I think people would enjoy both of these interviews.
Not only that, they were 2 of the longest episodes you've ever done too, just because there was so much content.
Yes, I didn't want to cut anybody short.
Yeah.
So, but they usually average between an hour and 10 minutes.
Yep.
So,
that was great conversation. So, well, cool. Well, thanks for coming over and saying
My
hi.
pleasure.
And if you guys are interested in any of those books, go check it out on Amazon. It's The Soul of Juby Walker, which is the latest, and then Twice Upon a Time. So go check those out. And Butterfly Wish. Butterfly Wish was your first book. That's a historical romance.
fiction, and it comes with a bit of a warning because it's strong language. It's really adult content. I mean, over 18 definitely, and more for the people that are more into the military history, and it doesn't pull any punches.
Right.
So be fair warned about that. But the other 2 are paranormal, and you'll enjoy the story.
Our show comes with that same warning, so we're used to it.
And in the Globe Miami area, you could come out here and get his books today.
You can. You got 15 minutes left to get a book. So come on out and say hi if you're not out here already. And
if not, hit on Amazon.
Hit on Amazon.
All the time.
Target, Walmart, all those good sites. So, well, cool.
All right. Well, thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for coming over.
you.
All right, we appreciate it.
I can't see what.
You ready? 5. Yeah.
Your turn to sit down?
Yeah.
If I sit, you guys could help me back up.
We'll help you back up. Don't worry.
I get to see more. There we go. Under the armor.
And your lanyard will work.
Yeah, your lanyard will work. That way it's not a permanent thing.
Test.
All right, now unmute you.
Hi
There you
there.
go.
Hi there. Hello.
There he
Hi
is.
there. Here I am. Can you hold that?
There he is,
Hold
the man
that.
of the hour.
Okay, we're live.
We are.
We're live.
We're live.
Hi, everybody. We had a
So-
great time at the Paracon today. You know, all the paranormal teams in different groups and different vendors we had was great. Our lectures were awesome. Tonight we have all of our ghost hunts. We had tours at the jail, which are going on right now. So this is Paracon 1, Ghost of Globe Paracon 1. Look for Paracon 2.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's
Awesome.
what
All right.
we're going to do it. Okay.
That's awesome.
So
very cool.
We're going to have some feeds. We have some stuff that we did record. So we're going to have that up on Facebook and YouTube for you guys that weren't here to share a little bit with you. It's all about Para Unity. It's about small towns, which is Globe in Miami. I'm from a small town, so this is the type of things that I love. I love history, and obviously I love the paranormal.
Right.
So we want to thank everybody for today, and next year, if you guys weren't here, we're going to be here next year. Okay.
I want to thank you for putting it on too,
Yeah.
because
It's
this is
been
awesome.
great. I wanted to do this for years. You know, talked about it, and Jamie Marie Yates, they did the Vulture City one, and you know, I talked to him. He's like, "Yeah, it was rough, but yeah, you know, you learn and you get going." So he gave me some pointers and all, and we're like, "Okay, we're gonna go for it." And finally, we just jumped in the water and we started swimming.
You
So
did it, yeah.
Here we are.
And I think it was a great day. I think
Yeah,
it
weather was a
really
little
ended up being
hot.
a great day.
Wind was kind of comfortable, but everybody, all the people here have been great. The lecturers donating their time, you know, expense to get up here, staying over. It's been a pleasure. It really has.
Yeah, it definitely has. It's been a lot of fun. Hopefully, we'll come back next year. You gonna
Yeah.
invite us back next year?
Yeah, all right.
Twist my arm, right?
We have a winner.
Who's our big
Oh,
winner?
boy.
Last one.
Last
One.
winner.
Okay. The number is 878-322.
Going one.
And the easier way to do this is it's Cole N. What is it?
Intra?
All right.
Good.
Cole.
Cole.
Kendra's like, what? I didn't even put a ticket in.
Oh, if you're not here, you will get a phone call.
Yeah, exactly. They'll call. Or Jack will call you later.
Now the breeze is coming.
Yeah.
It's a little comfortable.
Well, thank you, Vinny. Thank you for having us out here. It was a lot of fun doing this.
That's great.
We look forward to next year. And now you can get some sleep.
Now I get some sleep.
Right.
Yeah, play with my puppy and enjoy my family, who's been really supportive and shared a lot of my time with this. So again, everybody, thank you very much.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
We're calling it a success.
That's what I'm calling it. Absolutely. 100%. Great people.
I mean,
Great
we're
people
sold
here
out
today.
for the events tonight, which is great.
That's awesome.
All the money goes to the Main Street program here. We did a really good. I'm not going to say what the number is, but we did a really good job. And as for all these people that came, that vendors, the people that paid for the lectures and the meet and greets, going to be a little bit different next year. We want more people to be able to enjoy what we're doing. So improve every year.
You learn. You learn
doing.
from doing it.
You learn from doing.
Absolutely. 100%.
So, thank you very much. Something's on me.
We're being attacked by flies now.
Well, we're going to be wrapping it up here in this couple of minutes anyway. So
We're going to go inside and say goodbye to everybody. But again, thank you guys very much.
all right. Thank you, Vinny.
All right.
As always, pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Well,
Thanks, Joey.
look forward to next year. Here comes the wind.
There
Cool.
we go.
Thank you. Stretch. He can stretch.
Wow.
All right. So on behalf of Papa Joey and myself, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Thanks everybody who come out, all our vendors, all our speakers. It was a great day. Look forward to doing it again next year. And those of you at home that watched us, we really appreciate it. Please be sure to go like, share, and subscribe. And all the speakers you heard come up here today, go visit their websites, their podcasts, show the love and support to them as well.
Hey, let's thank our
our co-hosts.
Kendra and Jack.
Kendra and Jack is a Kendra and Jack
Come
hour.
and take a bow.
So those of you need psychiatric help after that. and Kendra's worked hard on this too. So so thank you so much, guys. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for joining us at home.
Until next time.
Until next time, this has been The Truth About Beer and
Spirits or Ghost of Globe. We didn't have the spirits this time. So
Ghost of Globe Paracon.
Where was the beer?
We didn't even have beer. Yeah,
That's
no
what I'm
beer.
saying. We didn't have the spirits.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.